natin na may pagkakataon rin sa naging competitive ang ating mamamayan habang hindi pa natin na-provide yung lahat ng trabaho na kinakailangan dito sa ating bansa. Again, maraming salamat, Honorable Ko.
Thank you, Honorable Ko. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, there being no other member who wishes to interpolate, I move that we close the period of sponsorship and debate.
Is there any objection? The chair is none. Motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move to open the period of amendments.
Is there any objection? Chair is none. Motion is approved. Period of amendment is open. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, there being no committee nor individual amendments, I move to close the period of amendments.
Is there any objection? The chair is none. Motion is approved. Period of amendment is closed. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we vote on second reading House Bill 9970.
There is a motion to approve on second reading House Bill 9970. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those who are against say nay. The ayes have it. House Bill 9970 is approved on second reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we consider House Bill number 9597, Committee Report 418, submitted by the Committee on Muslim Affairs, copies of which have been distributed to the members, and for this purpose, may I request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the bill.
Is there objection? The chair is none. Secretary General is directed to read the title of the measure.
House Bill 9597, an act including a representative from the Balik Islam community in the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos, amending for the purpose Section 5, Article 1 of Republic Act number 9997 as amended, otherwise known as the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos Act of 2009.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we open the period of sponsorship and debate.
Is there any objection? The chair is none. Motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we recognize the chairperson of the Committee on Muslim Affairs, Honorable Representative Bai Dimple Mastura from the Lone District of Maguindanao del Norte, to sponsor the measure.
The Honorable Bai Dimple Mastura of the Lone District of Maguindanao del Norte is recognized. Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Greetings of peace. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, magandang hapon po sa lahat. For and on behalf of the Committee on Muslim Affairs, it is my distinct honor to sponsor House Bill number 9597 entitled An Act including a representative from the Balik Islam community in the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos, amending for the purpose Section 5, Article 1 of Republic Act number 9997 as amended, otherwise known as National Commission on Muslim Filipinos Act of 2009. Section 5, Article 1 of Republic Act 9997, as it stands today, provides that a commissioner each from the women's sector, youth sector, and ulama sector is specified out of the 9 members of the commission. House Bill number 9597, therefore, is a measure that champions broader inclusivity within the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos by reconstituting the members of the commission to include a representative of the Balik Islam community specified as such, taking cognizance of the need to specify one of the 9 commissioners to represent the collective voices of fellow Filipinos who have returned to Islam. The honorable members of the Committee on Muslim Affairs chose to commit their names to this measure, firm in the belief that this was amendment when enacted shall further protect and preserve the culture, traditions, institutions, and well-being of Muslim Filipinos. In view of this representation humbly seeks the passage of this bill. Maraming salamat po.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that Mr. Speaker, there being no member who wishes to interpolate, I move that we terminate the period of sponsorship and debate.
Is there any objection? The chair is none. Motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we open the period of amendments.
Is there any objection? The chair is none. Motion is approved. Period of amendment is open. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, there being no individual nor committee amendments, I move that we terminate the period of amendments.
Is there any objection? The chair is none. Motion is approved. Period of amendment is closed. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we vote on second reading House Bill number 9597 under Committee Report number 418.
There's a motion to approve on second reading House Bill 9597. All those in favor say aye. All those against say nay. The ayes have it. House Bill 9597 is approved on second reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, under the calendar of business for the day, I move to consider House Resolution number 1281 as contained in Committee Report number 546 submitted by the Committee on Youth and Sports Development. And for this purpose, may I request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the measure.
Is there any objection? The chair is none. Motion is approved. The Secretary General is directed to read the title of the House resolution.
House Resolution 1281, resolution congratulating and commending the Philippine National Billiards team, composed of Carla Biado, Rubilan Amit, Cheska Centeno, and Jeffrey Roda, for winning the 2026 Predator World Pool Billiard Association Team's 10-Ball World Championship held in Las Vegas, Nevada, United States of America, from February 24 to 27, 2026.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we adopt House Resolution number 1281.
Is there any objection? The chair is none. Motion is approved. House Resolution 1281 is adopted. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, under the calendar of business for the day, I move to likewise consider House Resolution number 1282 as contained in Committee Report 547 submitted by the Committee on Youth and Sports Development. And for this purpose, may I request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the resolution.
Is there any objection? The chair is none. Motion is approved. The Secretary General is directed to read the title of the House resolution. Please proceed.
House Resolution 1282, resolution congratulating and commending Filipino professional boxer Jessel Mark Magnifico Araula Magsayo for securing a technical knockout victory over Fiergal McRory at Zuffa Boxing 5 event in Las Vegas, Nevada, United States of America on April 5, 2026.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we adopt House Resolution 1282.
Is there any objection? The chair is none. Ayes. All those in favor of the House resolution, say aye.
Aye.
All those against, say nay. The ayes have it. House Resolution 1282 is adopted. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we consider House Resolution 1283 as contained in Committee Report 548 submitted by the Committee on Youth and Sports Development. And for this purpose, I move that may I request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the resolution.
Is there any objection? The chair is none. Motion is approved. The Secretary General is directed to read the title of the House resolution.
House Resolution 1283, resolution congratulating and commending Filipino paracyclist Patrick Gerard Lee for winning the bronze medal in the men's cycling Class 5 scratch race event of the 2026 Asian Para-Track Cycling Championships held in Tagaytay City, Philippines on March 29, 2026.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we adopt House Resolution 1283.
All those in favor say aye. All those against say nay. The ayes have it. House Resolution 1283 is adopted. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move to consider House Resolution Number 1284 under Committee Report 549 submitted by the Committee on Youth and Sports Development. And for this purpose, may I request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the resolution.
Is there any objection? The chair is none. Motion is approved. The Secretary General is directed to read the title of the House resolution.
House Resolution 1284, resolution congratulating and commending Filipino gymnast Carl Jarrell Eldrew Poquiz Yulo for winning the gold medal in the men's floor exercise event at the 2026 Federación Internacional de Artistic Gymnastics World Cup held in Antalya, Turkey on March 14, 2026.
Majority Leader,
Mr. Speaker, I move to adopt House Resolution 1284.
all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against say nay. The ayes have it. House Resolution 1284 is adopted. Majority Leader,
Mr. Speaker, I move to consider House Resolution Number 1324 as contained in Committee Report Number 554 submitted by the Committee on Games and Amusements. And for this purpose, may I request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the resolution.
is there any objection? The chair is none. Motion is approved. The Secretary General is directed to read the title of the House resolution.
House Resolution 1324, resolution congratulating and commending Filipino-American boxer Shira May Patricio for capturing the World Boxing Council North American Boxing Federation Women's Super Flyweight Championship in Verona, New York, USA.
Majority Leader,
Mr. Speaker, I move to adopt House Resolution 1324.
all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against say nay. The ayes have it. House Resolution 1324 is adopted. Majority Leader,
Mr. Speaker, I move to consider House Resolution Number 1325 as contained in Committee Report Number 555 submitted by the Committee on Games and Amusements. And for this purpose, may I request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the resolution.
is there any objection? The chair is none. Motion is approved. The Secretary General is directed to read the title of the House resolution.
House Resolution 1325, resolution commending and congratulating Filipino boxer Pedro Teduran for successfully defending the International Boxing Federation Minimum Weight World Championship against Mexican contender Gustavo Perez Alvarez.
Majority Leader,
Mr. Speaker, I move to adopt House Resolution 1325.
all those in favor say aye. All those against say nay. The ayes have it. House Resolution 1325 is adopted. Majority Leader,
Mr. Speaker, before we proceed, may we acknowledge the guests of Speaker Faustino Boji D. III, Majority Leader Ferdinand Alexander Marcos, Honorable Jesus J.J. Romualdo, and Honorable Jose Joboy Aquino II. These are the generals and or flag officers and senior officers of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. General Antonio Nafarrete, Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines. Lieutenant General Thad Rufino Candelario, Lieutenant General Francis Anthony Coronel, Major General Marion Angcao, Major General Hiram Aragones, Major General Rolando Juan, Major General Moises Micor, Major General Prudencio Idoba, Rear Admiral Edwin Nera, Rear Admiral Emilio Orio Jr., Brigadier General Montano Almodovar, Brigadier General Felipe Alvarez Jr., Brigadier General Frederick Ancheta, Brigadier General Alfredo Antonio Jr., Brigadier General William George Cordova, Brigadier General Gilberto Esteban Jr., Brigadier General Ferdinand Rega, Brigadier General Eric Guevara, Brigadier General Benjamin Leander, Brigadier General Victor Lapitan, Brigadier General Jesse Montoya, Brigadier General Manuel Darius Resuelo, Brigadier General Michael Odilon Romero, and former House member. Brigadier General Bernardo Takeban, Commodore Norsal Di Maporo, Commodore Edwin Princilio, Commodore Jim Razo, Commodore Carlos Ruiz III, Commodore Elmer Toriado, Commodore Ramilio Trinidad, Captain Donald Ronquillo, Philippine Navy Reserve, Colonel Rolando Noto, Philippine Army Reserve, Colonel Alex Botor, Philippine Army Reserve, Colonel Romay de Assis, Philippine Army Reserve, Colonel Divina Grace Yu, Philippine Army Reserve, former House Member and Governor of Zamboanga del Sur, Colonel Paul Fudotan, Philippine Air Force Reserve, Colonel Floreto Solano, Philippine Air Force Reserve, Colonel Vladimir Mata, Philippine Navy Marines Reserve.
To our guests from the Armed Forces of the Philippines, guests of our Speaker Faustino Boje D, Majority Leader Ferdinand Alexander Marcos, the Honorable Jordan Jesus Romualdo, and the Honorable Jose Joboy Aquino, the second, led by our Armed Forces Chief of Staff, General Antonio G. Navarrete. Welcome to the House of Representatives. You may now take your seat. Thank you so much for your visit. Majority Leader,
Mr. Speaker, may we suspend? I move that we suspend for a few minutes.
is there any objection? Chair is none. Session is suspended. Session is resumed. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, may we also acknowledge the guests of Representative Jose Joboy Aquino II from the Lone District of Butuan. These are from the city of Butuan as follows: Ms. Maria Salome Aquino, Ms. Rosemary Magno, Ms. Narisa Magno, Ms. Annie Bonite, Ms. Maria Ana Lutoralba, Ms. Rodelic Tolo, Ms. Rose Palaran, Ms. Mary Ann Caralde, Ms. Rosalinda De Casa, Ms. Vivian Homok, Mr. Jason Navidad, Mr. Joel Ramira, Ms. Nenita Rafanan, and Ms. Marie Ann Hernandez.
To the distinguished guests of the Honorable Jose Joboy S. Aquino from the city of Butuan, welcome to the House of Representatives. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move to suspend session for a few minutes.
Is there any objection? Chair is none. Session suspended. Okay lang. Okay lang. Dito pa sila. Welcome. Dali naman.
Session resumed. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move to consider bills under the calendar of business for Thursday and Friday.
An objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, pursuant to our rules, I move for the omnibus consideration of the following local bills. House Bill number 10492 under Committee Report 537, House Bill number 10493 under Committee Report 538, House Bill 1535 under Committee Report 540, House Bill 10536 under Committee Report 541, House Bill 1537 under Committee Report 542, House Bill 10541 under Committee Report 543, House Bill number 10542 under Committee Report 544, House Bill 10544 under Committee Report 545, House Bill 10603 under Committee Report 556, House Bill 10604 under Committee Report 557, House Bill 1583 under Committee Report 558, House Bill 1584 under Committee Report 559, House Bill 1585 under Committee Report 560, House Bill 1587 under Committee Report 561, House Bill 10605 under Committee Report 562, House Bill 10606 under Committee Report 563, House Bill 10607 under Committee Report 564, House Bill 10608 under Committee Report 565, House Bill 10609 under Committee Report 566, House Bill 10610 under Committee Report 567, House Bill 10611 under Committee Report 568, House Bill 10612 under Committee Report 569, House Bill 10613 under Committee Report 570, House Bill 10621 under Committee Report 571, House Bill 10622 under Committee Report 572, and House Bill 10624 under Committee Report 573.
There is an omnibus motion for the approval on second reading of House Bill 10492, 493, 5. Oh, the Secretary General, there's a motion. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of the bills mentioned.
House Bill number 10492, an act declaring a parcel of land located in the municipalities of Maria Aurora, San Luis, Baler, and Dingalan in the province of Aurora, and the municipality of Bongabon in the province of Nueva Ecija, a protected area with the category of protected landscape under the National Integrated Protected Area System, to be referred to as the Aurora Memorial Protected Landscape, providing for its management and appropriating funds therefor. House Bill number 10493, an act declaring a parcel of land located in the municipalities of President Manuel A. Rojas, Katipunan, and Siayan, in the province of Zamboanga del Norte, a protected area with the category of protected landscape under the National Integrated Protected Area System, to be referred to as the Mount Gutom Protected Landscape, providing for its management and appropriating funds therefor. House Bill number 10535, an act declaring December 10 of every year a special non-working holiday in the city of Maykawayan, province of Bulacan, in commemoration of its cityhood and celebration of the annual Gintong Kawayan Festival. House Bill number 10536, an act declaring October 12 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Prieto Diaz, province of Sorsogon, to be known as Prieto Diaz Foundation Day, in commemoration of its Foundation Day. House Bill number 10537, an act declaring April 30 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Orbistondo, province of Pangasinan, to be known as Orbistondo Day, in commemoration of its founding anniversary and the Kanen Festival. House Bill number 10541, an act declaring October 28 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Dinguel, province of Iloilo, to commemorate the Cry of Lingkud, the first declaration of the revolution against Spain in the island of Panay. House Bill number 10542, an act declaring April 5 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Zaragoza, province of Nueva Ecija, in commemoration of its founding anniversary, to be known as Araw ng Zaragoza. House Bill number 10544, an act declaring April 26 of every year special non-working holiday in the municipality of Aliaga, province of Nueva Ecija, in commemoration of the feast of Nuestra Señora de las Salaras, to be known as the Feast Day of Nuestra Señora de las Salaras. House Bill number 10603, an act authorizing the Vice Mayor of the City of Tabuk to appoint a secretary to the Sangguniang Panglungsod, amending for the purpose Section 25A of Republic Act number 9404, otherwise known as the Charter of the City of Tabuk. House Bill number 10604, an act renaming Olutanga Islands in the province of Zamboanga Sibugay as Oltama Island. House Bill number 1583, an act renaming Barangay Ogoog in the municipality of Barling, Mountain Province as Barangay Ogog Kadaklan. House Bill number 1584, an act renaming Barangay Caleo in the municipality of Barling, Mountain Province as Barangay Caleo Kadaklan. House Bill number 1585, an act renaming Barangay Chupak in the municipality of Barling, Mountain Province as Barangay Chupak Kadaklan. House Bill number 1587, an act renaming Barangay Lunas in the municipality of Barling, Mountain Province as Barangay Lunas Kadaklan. House Bill number 10605, an act renaming the province of Southern Leyte as Leyte del Sur. House Bill number 10606, an act renaming the municipality of General Emilio Aguinaldo in the province of Cavite to the municipality of Bailin, repealing for the purpose Republic Act number 4346. House Bill number 10607, an act declaring November 27 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Peña Blanca, province of Cagayan, in commemoration of its founding anniversary. House Bill number 10608, an act declaring April 30 of every year a special non-working holiday in commemoration of the founding anniversary of the municipality of Ivana, province of Batanes. House Bill number 10609, an act declaring September 9 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Enrile, province of Cagayan, in commemoration of its founding anniversary. House Bill number 10610, an act declaring September 1 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Caramoran, province of Catanduanes, in commemoration of its founding anniversary. House Bill number 10611, an act declaring April 15 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Bato, province of Catanduanes, in commemoration of its founding anniversary. House Bill number 10612, an act declaring November 21 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Bayabas, province of Surigao del Sur, to be known as Araw ng Bayabas. House Bill number 10613, an act declaring August 1 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Nasipit, province of Agusan del Norte, to be known as the Araw ng Nasipit. House Bill number 10621, an act declaring the second Friday of March of every year as a special working holiday in the city of Puerto Princesa, province of Palawan, to be known as the City of the Living God Day, in recognition of its cultural, spiritual, and historical significance, and to promote unity, sustainable development, and local heritage. House Bill number 10622, an act declaring June 13 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Calawag, province of Quezon, in commemoration of its founding anniversary. House Bill number 10624, an act declaring August 22 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Manganinia, province of Cebu, to be known as the Manganinia Fiesta Day.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move to open the period of sponsorship and debate and that the respective explanatory notes be considered as a sponsorship of the said measures.
Any objection? Hearing none, the respective explanatory notes of the bills mentioned are hereby accepted as a sponsorship speeches. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, there being no member who wishes to interpolate on the said measures, I move to close the period of sponsorship and debate.
Any objection? Hearing none, the period of sponsorship, debate, and interpellation for the aforementioned bills is hereby terminated. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move to open the period of amendments and approve the committee amendments, if any, as contained in the respective committee reports of the aforementioned bills.
Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, there being no individual amendments, I move to close the period of amendments.
Any objection? Hearing none, the period of individual as well as committee amendments is hereby terminated. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move to vote on second reading the following or the aforementioned House bills.
Any objection? There's an omnibus motion to approve on second reading House Bill 10492, 10493, 10535, 10536, 10537, 10541, 10542, 10544, 10603, 10604, 1583, 1584, House Bill 1585, 1587, 10605, 10606, 10607, 10608, 10609, 10610, 10611, 10612, 10613, 10621, 10622, and 10624. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those who are not in favor say nay. The ayes have it. The bills mentioned are hereby approved on second reading. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, kinagagalak po namin kilalanin ang mga panauhin ni Congressman Brian Poe ng FPJ Panday Bayanihan Party List. Sila po ay mga kasapi ng komite at mga opisyal na delegado ng University Model Congress ng FPJ Youth.
To the guests of the Honorable Brian Poe, the delegates of FPJ Youth University Model Congress. Please rise to be acknowledged. Maraming salamat sa inyong presensya. Ikinagagalak namin ang inyong pagbisita. These are the guests of the Honorable Brian Poe of FPJ Panday Bayanihan Party List, our Assistant Majority Leader. Welcome to the House of the People. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that we recognize the Honorable Minority Floor Leader Marcelino Libanan.
The pride of Samar, the Honorable Minority Leader Nonoy Libanan is hereby recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, who is the pride of Leyte also.
May we know
On the part of the minority, I move to nominate and elect Representative Jonathan Clement Abalos of the four-piece party list as Deputy Minority Leader. So move, Madam Speaker.
Majority Leader.
We have no objection, Madam Speaker.
The motion of the Honorable Minority Leader is noted. The Honorable J.C. Abalos is hereby elected as Deputy Minority Leader.
Madam Speaker, on the part of the minority, I move to nominate and elect Representative Rene Luis Cu of the Kabataan Party List to the Committee on Climate Change as member. So move, Madam Speaker.
Any objection from the majority? There being no objection, the motion of the Minority Leader is hereby noted. We congratulate the Honorable Rene Ko, our prosecutor, to be a new member of the Committee on Climate Change. Majority.
Madam Speaker, on the part of the minority, I move also to nominate and elect Representative Sarah Jane Ilago of the Gabriela Party List to the following committees as member: Committee on Appropriations, Committee on Energy.
Any objection? Hearing none, the motion of the Honorable Minority Leader is hereby approved.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move to suspend for a few minutes.
Session suspended. Session resumed. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move, may we recognize the guests of the Honorable Attorney Margarita Heralde Chua. These are the guests and the guests of the Honorable Speaker Boji D. These are the guests
They're the guests of the Honorable Speaker.
Boji D. These are Honorable Maria Katrina Jessica D., National President, Liga ng mga Barangay sa Pilipinas, leading the delegation, and the 130 LNB presidents, directors, and secretariats from the different regions.
The Honorable Maria Katrina Jessica G.D., National President, Liga ng mga Barangay ng Pilipinas, please rise to be acknowledged. Kitang-kita natin sa ganda at aktibo niya. And of course, the 130 Liga ng mga Barangay Presidents, Directors, and Secretariat from different regions. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagdalo. Hindi namin kayang patakbuhin ang gobyerno kung wala kayo. Your presence is more than what we can do. At kami ay saludo sa inyong patuloy na pakikipaglaban para sa mga barangay at sa problema ng ating mga mamamayan. Welcome to the House of the People. They are the guests of the Honorable Speaker, Speaker Faustino Boji D. III. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagdalo. And please remember that you continue to inspire us, guide us, and be the winds that will propel us to better governance. Maraming salamat. Majority Leader.
Ginang tagapagsalita, nirerekomenda ko na isaalang-alang sa ikatlong pagbasa ng palukalang batas, katambal na resolusyon sa ilalim ng Komite ng Pamahalaang Lokal, na ang mga nakalimbag na kopya ay naipamahagi na sa mga miyembro, alinsunod sa mga tuntunin ng kapulungan, at para sa layuning ito, maaari ko bang hilingin na atasan ang kalihim general na basahin ang pamagat ng panukalang batas at pagkatapos ay tawagin na ang talaan ng mga pangalan para sa nominal na pagboto.
Do we hear any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of bills on third reading, all under the Committee on Local Government, and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
House Bill number 2010, an act declaring May 8 of every year as a special non-working holiday in the city of San Pedro, province of Laguna, to be known as Sampaguita Day. House Bill number 3767, an act merging and renaming certain barangays in the city of Bacoor, province of Cavite, amending for the purpose Section 10B of Republic Act number 10160, or the Charter of the City of Bacoor as amended. House Bill 10018, an act declaring June 25 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Malitbog, province of Bukidnon, in commemoration of its Municipal Charter Day anniversary. House Bill number 10019, an act declaring February 14 of every year a special non-working holiday in the province of Apayao in commemoration of its founding day to be known as Apayao Day. House Bill number 10020, an act declaring February 1 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Daraga, province of Albay, to be known as the Kagsawa Festival in commemoration of the 1814 catastrophic eruption of Mayon volcano and in recognition of the Kagsawa Church ruins as a national cultural treasure symbolizing the resilience, faith, and distinct identity of the Albayanos. House Bill 10021, an act declaring October 4 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Libona, province of Bukidnon, in commemoration of its Municipal Charter Day anniversary. House Bill number 10022, an act declaring September 5 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Basista, province of Pangasinan, to be known as Basista Day in commemoration of its founding anniversary. House Bill 10023, an act declaring July 25 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Sogod, province of Cebu, in celebration of its annual town fiesta. House Bill 10024, an act declaring May 13 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Tuao, province of Cagayan, in commemoration of its founding anniversary. House Bill 10025, an act declaring December 28 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Iguig, province of Cagayan, in commemoration of its founding anniversary. House Bill 10027, an act declaring February 18 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Nagilian, province of La Union, in commemoration of its founding anniversary and Basi Festival. House Bill 10173, an act declaring the second weekend of February of every year a special holiday in the municipality of Naik, province of Cavite, in celebration of the Naik Pawikan Festival. House Bill 10174, an act declaring February 10 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Tagkawayan, province of Quezon, in celebration of the Kawai Festival. House Bill 10175, an act declaring the first Thursday of February of every year, unless it falls on February 2, a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Santa Maria, province of Bulacan, in commemoration of the return of the image of the Blessed Virgin Mary. House Bill 10176, an act declaring January 8 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Pavia, province of Iloilo, amending for the purpose of Republic Act Number 12105. House Bill 10177, an act declaring every fourth Friday of October a special non-working holiday for the province of Negros Oriental in celebration of the Buglasan Festival. House Bill 10178, an act declaring May 15 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of San Fernando, province of Cebu, to be known as the Sikoy Festival. House Bill 10179, an act declaring May 13 of every year a special non-working holiday in the province of Benguet in celebration of the Kankanae Festival. House Bill 10180, an act declaring October 15 of every year a special non-working holiday in the city of Talisay, province of Cebu, to be known as the Halad Inasal Festival. House Bill 10181, an act declaring October 17 of every year a special non-working holiday in the province of Sorsogon in commemoration of its founding anniversary. House Bill 10182, an act declaring June 13 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of San Miguel, province of Surigao del Sur, to be known as Humayanon Festival. House Bill 10183, an act declaring February 27 of every year a special non-working holiday in the city of General Santos, to be known as the Foundation Day of the City of General Santos. House Bill 10184, an act declaring January 24 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Labason, province of Zamboanga del Norte, to be known as Araw ng Labason in commemoration of its founding anniversary. House Bill 10185, an act declaring July 27 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Nabua, province of Camarines Sur, to be known in commemoration of its founding anniversary, to be known as Nabua Day. House Bill 10186, an act declaring April 20 of every year a special non-working holiday in the municipality of Burgos, province of Pangasinan, to commemorate its founding anniversary. House Bill 10187, an act declaring May 8 of every year a special working holiday in the municipality of Maragondon, province of Cavite, to commemorate the heroism of the Liberators Guerrilla Group, to be known as Liberators Guerrilla Day. Roll call in consideration on third reading of House Bill numbers 2010, 3767, 1018, 1019, 1020, 1021, 1022, 1023, 1024, 1025, 1027, 10173, 10174, 10175, 10176, 10177, 10178, 10179, 10180, 10181, 10182, 10183, 10184, 10185, 10186, 10187. Abalos, Abante, Asidre, Acop, Acosta, Adyong, Advincola, Agarao, Agyao, Alano, Alba, Albano, Almario Chino Miguel, Almario Dennis, Almonte, Alvarez Jose, Alvarez Mercedes, Amante, Amatong, Angara, Angeles, Aquino, Aquino Magsaysay, Arbison Munir, Arbison Munir Jr., Arenas, arrogancia, asistio, ataide, aumentado, ayon, bagaw, balindong, Bañas Nograles, Bangkoro, Barba, Barbers, Baronda, Baskug, Bautista Claude, Bautista Johan Munich, Bautista Lim, Beltran, Benitez Alfredo, Benitez Javier Miguel, Bernos Ching, Bernos JB, Biron, Bocobo, Bolilia, Bondok, Briones, Bulot Begtang, Cagas, Calderon, Calixto, Kawagdan, Cari, Castro, Catulpos, Caiton, Celeste, Sendanya, Ceniza, Chan Jan Franz Norbert Joselito Almario, Chan Junard, Chua, Chuatay, Chungalaw, Po, Popular, Cojuangco Jaime Eduardo Mark, Cojuangco Mark, Colliantes, Corvera, Cruz Agatha, Cruz Ricardo, Cruzado, Pua, Dagook, Dalog, Dayanghirang, Daza, De Jesus, De Lima, De Venecia, Defensor, De Gamo, Del Mar, De Los Santos, Di Macuja, Di Maguila, Di Maporo Imelda, Di Maporo City Amina, Diokno, Dionisio, Domingo, Dumogan, Duterte Harold James, Duterte Omar Vincent, Duterte Paulo, D. Faustino, D. Faustino Michael Carlos, D. Ian Paul, Elago, Emano, Enverga, Erice, Escudero, Espares, Espina, Estrella, Ferrer Antonio, Ferrer Jeffrey, Flores, Cortez, Frasco, Fresnedi, Fuentebella, Galang, Galeos, Garbin, Garcia Dante, Garcia Jose Arturo, Garcia Karen Hope, Garcia Maria Angela, Guardiola, Garin, Gatchalian, Gato, Glepa, Go, Gomez, Gonzalez Alexandria, Gonzalez Elisa Micaela, Gonzalez Christopher Sheen, Gonzalez Roy, Goriseta, Buico, Gintu, Gulias, Gutierrez, Hernandez Cherise Ann, Hernandez Dennis, Hernandez Ferdinand, Hernandez Ramil, Hofer Hasim, Horibata, Ismula, Iway, Javier, Po Antonio, Po Elisa, Po Wilton, Kung Hoon, Po, Labad-Labad, Lacson, Lagbas, Lagdameo Jose Manuel, Lagdameo Monique Yasmin Maria, Lagman, Lagon Daphne, Lagon Sunny, Lara, Lazatin, Ledesma, Legacion, Legarda, Legazpi, Leviste, Libanan, Lopez, Loria, Loyola, Luistro, Lumayag, Macapagal Arroyo, Makasait, Maceda, Madrona, Malapitan, Mangudadatu, Manikis, Marañon, Marcoleta, Marcos, Marquez, Mastura, Matibag, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Mercado Revilla, Miraflores, Momo, Montes, Nava, Nazal, Nisay, Nolasco, Owamanal Henry, Owamanal Sancho Fernando, Olivares, Ongchuan, Ordanes, Oreta, Ortega, Owano Dizon, Padiernos, Panaligan, Pancho, Panotes, Pascual, Perez, Pimentel, Plaza, Plato, Po, Primicia Sagabas, Pumarin, Puno, Kimbo, Rama, Recto, Rehencia, Remulia, Revilla Brian, Revilla Ramon Jolo, Ridon, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez Eulogio, Rodriguez Maximo, Rodriguez Rufus, Roman, Romualdez Andrew Julian, Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez Yeda Marie, Romualdo, Romulo, Roque, Sagarbaria, Sakaluran, Salceda, Sally, Salvacion, Salvador, Salvame, San Fernando, Santos Maria Alana Samantha, Santos Mark Anthony, Shimura, Singson Richelle, Singson Ronald, Singson Mihan, Solon, Soriano, Suwan, Swansing Bella Vanessa, Swansing Micaela Angela, Suarez, Suntay, Talyado, Tan Eman, Tan Joseph, Tan Keith Micah, Tan Reynolds Michael, Tan Samir, Tan Stephen James, Tan Chay, Tan Watco, Tariela, Teodoro, Tereng, Teves, Tiangco, Tieng, Tino, Tolentino, Tuan, Tulfo Jocelyn, Tulfo Ralph Wendell, Tupas, Tutor, T, Umali, Ungab, Uy De Carlo, Uy Roberto, Valeriano, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Veloso, Veloso Tuazon, Vergara, Villa, Villaferte Miguel Luis, Villaferte Miguel, Vincenzo Renato Luigi,
Villanueva, Villarica, Violago, Yamsuan, Yap Arthur, Yap Christopherson, Yap Eric, Yap John Gisnell, Yatko, Inares, Yu Jazel Victoria, Yu Joseph Kim, Yulo, Zamora Maria Carmen, Zamora Isabel Maria, Zubiri. Second call of members in consideration on third reading of the aforementioned House bills. Abante, Asidre, Acosta, Advincula, Almario Chino Miguel, Alvarez Mercedes, Amatong, Ang, Angara, Arenas, Asistio, Omentado, Ayon, Banyas Nograles, Bangcoro, Bautista Claude, Bautista Joan Monich, Bautista Lim, Bondok, Cagas, Calderon, Calixto, Castro, Chan Junard, Chua, Ho, Poliantes, Cruzado, Pua, Dayanghirang, Daza, De Jesus, De Venecia, Defensor, De Gamo, De Los Santos, Dimaporo Imelda, Dimaporo City Amina, Domingo, Duterte Harold James, Duterte Omar Vincent, Duterte Paulo, D. Ian Paul, Elago, Enverga, Escudero, Espares, Flores, Puentebella, Galang, Galeos, Garbin, Garcia Albert, Garcia Karen Hope, Garcia Maria Angela, Galepa, Go, Gomez, Gonzalez Christopher Sheen, Gutierrez, Hernandez Dennis, Hofer Hasim, Horibata, Co, Lagdameo Jose Manuel, Ledesma, Legarda, Leviste, Lopez, Luistro, Malapitan, Mangudadato, Marcoleta, Marquez, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Mercado Revilla, Miraflores, Momo, Nazal, Mominal Henry, Mominal Sancho Fernando, Ongchuan, Padiernos, Panotes, Pascual, Perez, Primicia Sagabas, Pumaren, Rama, Remulia, Revilla Ramon Jolo, Ridon, Robes, Rodriguez Maximo, Rodriguez Rufus, Romualdez Sandra Julian, Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez Yada Marie, Roque, Sally, Salvacion, Salvador, Salvame, Santos Mark Anthony, Singson Ronald, Sonsing Bella Vanessa, Suarez, Taliado, Tan Reynolds Michael, Tan Samir, Tan Stephen James, Tan Watco, Tiangco, Tino, Yutor, Ungab, Uy De Carlo, Valeriano, Villa, Violago, Yap Eric, Yap John Gisnell, Yatko, Inares, Zamora Isabel Maria, Zubiri.
with 187 members voting in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and 0 abstentions, House Bill numbers 210-3767, 10018, 10019, 10020, 10021, 10022, 10023, 10024, 10025, 10027, 10173, 10174, 10175, 10176, 10177, 10178, 10179, 10180, 10181, 10182, 10183, 10184, 10185, 10186, and 10187 are hereby approved on third and final reading. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move to consider for omnibus approval on third reading the following House bills from the Committee on Transportation, copies of which were distributed to the members of the House. Hold on.
Any objection? Hearing none, the Secretary General is hereby directed to read the titles of House Bill 6191, 8320, 9798, and 10298, and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
House Bill number 6191, an act establishing a district office of the Land Transportation Office in the Municipality of Kawayan, Province of Negros Occidental, and appropriating funds therefore. House Bill number 8320, an act creating an extension office of the Maritime Industry Authority in the Municipality of Liloy, Zamboanga del Norte, and appropriating funds therefore. House Bill number 9798, an act establishing an extension office of the Maritime Industry Authority in the Municipality of Virac, Province of Catanduanes, and appropriating funds therefore. House Bill number 10298, an act creating an extension office of the Maritime Industry Authority located in the Municipality of Siquijor, Province of Siquijor, and appropriating funds therefore. Roll call of members in consideration on third reading of House Bill numbers 6191, 8320, 9798, and 10298. Abalos, Abante, Asidre, Acop, Acosta, Adyong, Advincula, Agarao, Agyao, Alano, Alba, Albano, Almario Chino Miguel, Almario Dennis, Almonte, Alvarez Jose, Alvarez Mercedes, Amante, Amatong, Angara, Angeles, Aquino, Aquino Magsaysay, Arbizon Munir, Arbizon Munir Jr., Arenas, Arrogancia, Asistio, Ataide, Aumentado, Ayon, Bagao, Balindong, Banyas Nograles, Bangkoro, Barba, Barbers, Baronda, Baskug, Bautista Claude, Bautista Johan Munich, Bautista Lim, Beltran, Benitez Alfredo, Benitez Javier Miguel, Bernos Ching, Bernos JB, Biron, Bocobo, Bolivia, Pondok, Briones, Pulot Begtang, Cagas, Calderon, Calixto, Kawagdan, Cari, Castro, Catulpos, Caiton, Celeste, Sendanya, Ceniza, Chan Jan Franz Norbert Joselito Almario, Chan Junard, Chua, Chuatay, Chungalao, Ko Pilar, Ko Juanco Jaime Eduardo Mark, Ko Juanco Mark, Coliantes, Corvera, Cruz Agatha, Cruz Ricardo, Cruzado, Hua, Dagook, Dalog, Dayanghirang, Daza, De Jesus, De Lima, De Venecia, Defensor, De Gamo, Del Mar, De Los Santos, Di Macuha, Di Maguila, Di Maporo Imelda, Di Maporo City Amina, Diokno, Junicio, Domingo, Domogan, Duterte Harold James, Duterte Omar Vincent, Duterte Paulo, D. Faustino, D. Faustino Michael Carlos, D. Ian Paul, Elago, Emano, Enverga, Erice, Escudero, Espares, Espina, Estrella, Ferrer Antonio, Ferrer Jeffrey, Flores, Fortes, Frasco, Fresnedi, Puentebella, Galang, Galeos, Garbin, Garcia Albert, Garcia Dante, Garcia Jose Arturo, Garcia Karen Hope, Garcia Maria Angela, Guardiola, Garin, Gatchalian, Gato, Glepa, Go, Gomez, Gonzalez Alexandria, Gonzalez Eliza Micaela, Gonzalez Christopher Sheen, Gonzalez Roy, Coriseta, Gico, Gintu, Gulias, Gutierrez, Hernandez Cherise Ann, Hernandez Dennis, Hernandez Ferdinand, Hernandez Ramil, Hofer Hasim, Horibata, Ismula, Iway, Javier, Ko Antonio, Ko Elisa, Ko Wilton, Kong Hun, Ko, Labad-Labad, Lacson, Lagbas, Lagdameo Jose Manuel, Lagdameo Monique Yasmin Maria, Lagman, Lagon Daphne, Lagon Sunny, Lara, Lazatin, Ledesma, Legacion, Legarda, Legaspi, Leviste, Libanan, Lopez, Gloria, Loyola, Luistro, Lumayag, Macapagal Arroyo, Makasait, Maceda, Madrona, Malapitan, Mangudadato, Manikis, Marañon, Marcoleta, Marcos, Marquez, Mastura, Matibag, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Mercado Revilla, Miraflores, Momo, Montes, Nava, Nazal, Nisay, Nolasco, Waminal Henry, Waminal Sancho Fernando, Olivares, Ongchuan, Ordanes, Oreta, Ortega, Oano Dizon, Padiernos, Panaligan, Pancho, Panotes, Pascual, Perez, Pimentel, Plaza, Pleito, Po, Primicia Sagabas, Pumaren, Puno, Imbo, Rama, Recto, Rehencia, Remulia, Revilla Brian, Revilla Ramon Jolo, Ridon, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez Eulogio, Rodriguez Maximo, Rodriguez Rufus, Roman, Romualdez Sandra Julian, Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez Sieda Marin, Romualdo, Romulo, Roque, Sagarbaria, Sakaluran, Salceda, Sally, Salvacion, Salvador, Salvame, San Fernando, Santos Maria Alana Samantha, Santos Mark Anthony, Chimura, Singson Richelle, Singson Ronald, Singson Mihan, Solon, Soriano, Suwan, Swansing Bella Vanessa, Swansing Micaela Angela, Suarez, Suntay, Taliado, Tan Amon, Tan Joseph, Tan Keith Micah, Tan Reynolds Michael, Tan Samir, Tan Stephen James, Tan Chay, Tan Watco, Tariela, Teodoro, Tereng, Teves, Yanko, Yeng, Tino, Tolentino, Tuwan, Tulfo Jocelyn, Tulfo Ralph Wendell, Tupas, Yutor, T, Umali, Ungab, Uy De Carlo, Uy Roberto, Valeriano, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Veloso, Veloso Tuazon, Vergara, Villa, Villafuerte Miguel Luis, Villafuerte Vincenzo Renato Luigi, Villanueva, Villarica, Biolago, Yam Suwan, Yap Arthur, Yap Christopherson, Yap Eric, Yap John Gisnell, Yatko, Inares, Yu Jaisal Victoria, Yu Joseph Kim, Yulo, Zamora Maria Carmen, Zamora Isabel Maria Zubiri. Second call of members in consideration on third reading of House Bill numbers 6191, 8320, 9798, and 10298. Abante, Asidre, Acosta, Advincula, Alvarez Mercedes, Samatong, Ang, Angara, Arenas, Asistio, Aumentado, Ayon, Banyas Nograles, Bangcoro, Bautista Claude, Bautista Lim, Bondo, Cagas, Calderon, Calixto, Castro, Chan Junard, Chua, Cruzado, Cua, Dayanghirang, Daza, De Jesus, De Venecia, Defensor, De Gamo, De Los Santos, Dimaporo Imelda, Dimaporo City Amina, Domingo, Duterte Harold James, Duterte Omar Vincent, Duterte Paulo, D. Ian Paul, Enverga, Escudero, Espares, Flores, Fuentebella, Galang, Galeos, Garbin, Garcia Albert, Garcia Karen Hope, Garcia Maria Angela, Glepa, Go, Gomez, Gonzalez Christopher Sheen, Gutierrez, Hernandez Dennis, Hofer Hasim, Horibata, Ho, Lagnameo Jose Manuel, Ledesma, Legarda, Liviste, Lopez, Luistro, Malapitan, Mangudadatu, Marcoleta, Marquez, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Mercado Revilla, Miraflores, Momo, Nazal, Hominal Henry, Hominal Sancho Fernando, Ongchuan, Padiernos, Panotes, Pascual, Perez, Primicia Sagabas, Pumaren, Rama, Remulia, Revilla Ramon Jolo, Ridon, Robes, Rodriguez Maximo, Rodriguez Rufus, Romualdez Andrew Julian, Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez Yeda Marie, Roque, Sally, Salvacion, Salvador, Salvame, Santos Mark Anthony, Singson Ronald, Swansing Bella Vanessa, Suarez, Talyado, Tan Reynolds Michael, Tan Samir, Tan Stephen James, Tanuatco, Yanko, Tutor, Ungab, Uy de Carlo, Valeriano, Villa, Biolago, Yap Eric, Yap John Gisnell, Yatko, Inares, Zamora Isabel Maria, Zubiri.
With 192 members voting in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and 0 abstentions, House Bill 6191, 8320, 9798, and 10298 are hereby approved on third and final reading. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move to consider for omnibus approval on third reading of the following bills from the Committee on Higher and Technical Education, House Bills 9797, House Bill 9864, House Bill 9865, House Bill 9866, House Bill 9886, House Bill 9900, House Bill 9901, House Bill 9931, House Bill 10432, House Bill 10433, House Bill 10434, House Bill 10435, House Bill 10436, House Bill 10437, House Bill 10438, and House Bill 1049, copies of which were distributed to the members of the House pursuant to the rules. For that purpose, may I request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the bill.
There is a motion to approve there is a motion to consider bills as approved by the Committee on Higher and Technical Education. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of each measure and thereafter will call the roll for nominal voting.
House Bill number 9797, an act establishing a regular campus of the University of Southern Mindanao in the municipality of Picawayan, province of Cotabato, to be known as the University of Southern Mindanao Picawayan Campus, and appropriating funds therefor. House Bill number 9864, an act establishing regular campuses of the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines in the municipalities of Talakag and Sumilao, province of Bukidnon, and appropriating funds therefor. House Bill number 9865, an act establishing a regular campus of the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines in Barangay Lumbia, City of Cagayan de Oro, to be known as the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines Lumbia Campus, and appropriating funds therefor. House Bill number 9866, an act establishing a regular campus of the Benguet State University in the municipality of Kapangan, province of Benguet, to be known as the Benguet State University Kapangan Campus, and appropriating funds therefor. House Bill number 9886, an act converting the extension campuses of the Cavite State University in the cities of Cavite and Bacoor, and in the municipality of Carmona and Silang, province of Cavite, into regular campuses and appropriating funds therefor. House Bill number 9900, an act establishing a regular campus of Dr. Emilio B. Espinosa Sr. Memorial State College of Agriculture and Technology in the municipality of Placer, province of Masbate, to be known as the Dr. Emilio B. Espinosa Sr. Memorial State College of Agriculture and Technology, Placer Campus, and appropriating funds therefor. House Bill number 9901, an act establishing a regular campus of the Visayas State University in the municipality of Hilongnos, province of Leyte, to be known as the Visayas State University Hilongnos Campus, and appropriating funds therefor. House Bill number 9931, an act establishing regular campuses of the Northeastern Mindanao State University in the city of Bislig and in the municipality of Hinatuan, province of Surigao del Sur, and appropriating funds therefor. House Bill number 10432, an act establishing a Technical Education and Skills Development Authority Provincial Training and Assessment Center in the municipality of Bacara, province of Ilocos Norte, to be known as the Bacara Ilocos Norte Technical Education and Skills Development Authority Provincial Training and Assessment Center, and appropriating funds therefor. House Bill number 10433, an act establishing a Technical Education and Skills Development Authority Provincial Training and Assessment Center in the municipality of Balete, province of Aklan, to be known as the Balete Aklan Technical Education and Skills Development Authority Provincial Training and Assessment Center, and appropriating funds therefor. House Bill number 10434, an act establishing a Technical Education and Skills Development Authority Provincial Training and Assessment Center in the municipality of Cabagan, province of Isabela, to be known as the Cabagan Isabela Technical Education and Skills Development Authority Provincial Training and Assessment Center, and appropriating funds therefor. House Bill number 10435, an act establishing a Technical Education and Skills Development Authority Provincial Training and Assessment Center in the municipality of Binalbagan, province of Negros Occidental, to be known as the Binalbagan Negros Occidental Technical Education and Skills Development Authority Provincial Training and Assessment Center, and appropriating funds therefor. House Bill number 10436, an act establishing a Technical Education and Skills Development Authority Provincial Training Assessment Center in the municipality of Dait, province of Camarines Norte, to be known as the Dait Camarines Norte Technical Education and Skills Development Authority Provincial Training and Assessment Center, and appropriating funds therefor. House Bill number 10437, an act establishing a Technical Education and Skills Development Authority Provincial Training and Assessment Center in the municipality of Hinuangan, province of Southern Leyte, to be known as the Hinuangan Southern Leyte Technical Education and Skills Development Authority Provincial Training and Assessment Center, and appropriating funds therefor. House Bill number 10438, an act establishing a Technical Education and Skills Development Authority Provincial Training and Assessment Center in the municipality of Paracelis Mountain Province, to be known as the Paracelis Mountain Province Technical Education and Skills Development Authority Provincial Training and Assessment Center, and appropriating funds therefor. House Bill number 10439, an act establishing a Technical Education and Skills Development Authority Training and Assessment Center in the 6th District of Quezon City, Metro Manila, to be known as the 6th District Quezon City Technical Education and Skills Development Authority Training and Assessment Center, and appropriating funds therefor. Roll call of members in consideration on third reading of House Bill numbers 9797, 9864, 9865, 9866, 9886, 9900, 9901, 9931, 10432, 10433, 10434, 10435, 10436, 10437, 10438, and 10439. Abalos, Abante, Asidre, Acop, Acosta, Adyong, Advincola, Agaraw, Agyao, Alano, Alba, Albano, Almario Chino Miguel, Almario Dennis, Almonte, Alvarez Jose, Alvarez Mercedes, Amante, Amatong, Angara, Angeles, Aquino, Aquino Magsaysay, Arbison Munir, Arbison Munir Jr., Arenas, Arrogancia, Asistio, Atayde, Aumentado, Ayon, Bagao, Balindong, Banyas Nograles, Bangkoro, Barba, Barbers, Baronda, Baskug, Bautista Claude, Bautista Johan Monich, Bautista Lim, Beltran, Benitez Alfredo, Benitez Javier Miguel, Bernos Ching, Bernos JB, Biron, Bocobo, Bolilia, Bondok, Briones, Pulot Begtang, Cagas, Calderon, Calixto, Pawagdan, Cari, Castro, Catulpos, Caiton, Celeste, Sendanya, Siniza, Chan Jan Franz Norbert Joselito Almario, Chan Junard, Chua, Chuatay, Chungalao, Popular, Juanco Jaime Eduardo Mark, Juanco Mark, Coliantes, Corvera, Cruz Agatha, Cruz Ricardo, Cruzado, Kua, Dagook, Dalog, Dayanghirang, Daza, De Jesus, De Lima, De Venecia, Defensor, De Gamo, Del Mar, De Los Santos, Di Macuja, Di Maguila, Di Maporo Imelda, Di Maporo City Amina, Diokno, Junicio, Domingo, Domogan, Duterte Harold James, Duterte Omar Vincent, Duterte Paulo, D. Faustino Michael Carlos, D. Ian Paul, Elago, Emano, Enverga, Erice, Escudero, Espares, Espina, Estrella, Ferrer Antonio, Ferrer Jeffrey, Flores, Cortez, Frasco, Fresnedi, Fuentebella, Galang, Galeos, Garbin, Garcia Albert, Garcia Dante, Garcia Jose Arturo, Garcia Karen Hope, Garcia Maria Angela, Guardiola, Garin, Gatchalian, Gato, Gilepa, Go, Gomez, Gonzales Alexandria, Gonzales Eliza Micaela, Gonzales Christopher Sheen, Gonzales Roy, Goriseta, Gico, Gintu, Gulias, Gutierrez, Hernandez Chariz Ann, Hernandez Dennis, Hernandez Ferdinand, Hernandez Ramil, Hofer Hasim, Horibata, Ismula, Iway, Javier, Co Antonio, Co Elisa, Co Wilton, Kong Hun, Po, Labad-Labad, Lacson, Lagbas, Lagdameo Jose Manuel, Lagdameo Monique Yasmin Maria, Lagman, Lagon Daphne, Lagon Sunny, Lara, Lazatin, Ledesma, Legasyon, Legarda, Legaspi, Leviste, Libanan, Lopez, Gloria, Loyola, Luistro, Lumayag, Macapagal Arroyo, Makasaet, Maceda, Madrona, Malapitan, Mangudadatu, Manikis, Maranyon, Marcoleta, Marcos, Marquez, Mastura, Matibag, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Mercado Revilla, Miraflores, Momo, Montes, Nava, Nazal, Nisay, Nolasco, Pominal Henry, Pominal Sancho Fernando, Olivares, Ongchuan, Ordanes, Oreta, Ortega, Juan Dizon, Padiernos, Panaligan, Pancho, Panotes, Pascual, Perez, Pimentel, Plaza, Leito, Po, Primicia Sagabas, Pumarin, Puno, Kimbo, Rama, Recto, Rehencia, Remulia, Revilla Brian, Revilla Ramon Jolo, Ridon, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez Eulogio, Rodriguez Maximo, Rodriguez Rufus, Roman, Romualdez Andrew Julian, Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez Sieda Marie, Romualdo, Romulo, Roque, Sagarbaria, Sakaluran, Salceda, Sally, Salvacion, Salvador, Salvame, San Fernando, Santos Maria Alana Samantha, Santos Mark Anthony, Shimura, Singson Richelle, Singson Ronald, Singson Mihan, Solon, Soriano, Suwan, Swansing Bella Vanessa, Swansing Micaela Angela, Suarez, Suntay, Taliado, Tan Amon, Tan Joseph, Tan Keith Micah, Tan Reynolds Michael, Tan Samir, Tan Stephen James, Tan Chay, Tan Watco, Tariela, Teodoro, Tereng, Teves, Tiangco, Tieng, Tino, Tolentino, Tuan, Tulfo Jocelyn, Tulfo Ralph Wendell, Tupas, Yutor, P, Umali, Ungab, Uy De Carlo, Uy Roberto, Valeriano, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Veloso, Veloso Tuazon, Vergara, Villa, Villafuerte Miguel Luis, Villafuerte Vincenzo Renato Luigi, Villanueva, Villarica, Biolago, Yamsuan, Yap Arthur, Yap Christopherson, Yap Eric, Yap John G. Snell, Yatko, Inares, Yu Jaisel Victoria, Yu Joseph Kim, Yulo, Zamora Maria Carmen, Zamora Isabel Maria, Zubiri. Second call of members in consideration on third reading of House Bill numbers 9797, 9864, 9865, 9866, 9886, 9900, 9901, 9931, 10432, 10433, 10434, 10435, 10436, 10437, and 10438. Habante, Asidre, Acosta, Advincola, Alvarez Mercedes, Amatong, Angara, Arenas, Asistio, Aumentado, Ayon, Banyas Nograles, Bangcoro, Bautista Claude, Bautista Lim, Bondok, Cagas, Calderon, Calixto, Castro, Chan Junard, Chua, Rosado, Hua, Dayanghirang, Daza, De Jesus, De Venecia, Defensor, De Gamo, De Los Santos, Dimaporo Imelda, Dimaporo City Amina, Domingo, Duterte Harold James, Duterte Omar Vincent, Duterte Paulo, D. Ian Paul, Enverga, Escudero, Espares, Flores, Fuentebella, Galang, Galeos, Garbin, Garcia Albert, Garcia Karen Hope, Garcia Maria Angela, Gilepa, Go, Gomez, Gonzalez Christopher Sheen, Gutierrez, Hernandez Dennis, Hofer Hasim, Horibata, Ho, Ledesma, Legarda, Leviste, Lopez, Luistro, Malapitan, Mangudadato, Marcoleta, Marquez, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Mercado Revilla, Miraflores, Momo, Nazal, Pominal Henry, Pominal Sancho Fernando, Ongchuan, Padiernos, Panotes, Pascual, Perez, Primicia Sagabas, Pomaren, Rama, Remulia, Revilla Ramon Jolo, Ridon, Robes, Rodriguez Maximo, Rodriguez Rufus, Romualdez Andrew Julian, Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez Sieda Marie, Roque, Sally, Salvacion, Salvador, Salvame, Santos Mark Anthony, Singson Ronald, Sonsing Bella Vanessa, Suarez, Taliado, Tan Reynolds Michael, Tan Samir, Tan Stephen James, Tan Watco, Tiangco, Yutor, Ungab, Uy De Carlo, Valeriano, Villa, Biolago, Yap Eric, Yap John G. Snell, Yatko, Inares, Zamora Isabel Maria, Zubiri.
With 193 members voting in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and 0 abstentions, House Bill numbers 9767, 9864, 9865, 9866, 9886, 9900, 9901, 9931, 10432, 10433, 10434, 10435, 10436, 10437, 10438, and 10439 are hereby approved on third and final reading. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move to consider on third reading House Bill 9729 from the Committee on Establishing Hospital, and for that purpose, may I request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the bill and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
An objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of the proposed measure and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
House Bill 9729, an act establishing the city of Antipolo, province of Rizal, a tertiary hospital to be known as the Antipolo Rizal Tertiary Hospital, and appropriating funds therefor. Roll call of members in consideration of third reading of House Bill number 9729. Abalos, Abante, Asidre, Acop, Acosta, Adyong, Advincula, Agaraw, Agyao, Alano, Alba, Albano, Almario, Chino, Miguel, Almario, Dennis, Almonte, Alvarez, Jose, Alvarez, Mercedes, Amante, Matong, Ang, Angara, Angeles, Aquino, Aquino, Magsaysay, Arbison, Manier Jr., Arenas, Arrogancia, Asisto, Atayde, Aumentado, Ayon, Bagal, Balindong, Baños, Nograles, Bangcoro, Barba, Barbers, Baron de Bascug, Bautista Claude, Bautista Johan Monich, Bautista Lim, Beltran, Benitez Alfredo, Benitez Javier, Miguel, Bernas Ching, Bernas JB, Biron, Bucobo, Bolilla, Bondoc, Briones, Bullet, Pigtang, Cagas, Calderon, Calixto, Cawagdan, Cari, Castro, Catulpas, Caiton, Salases, and Danya, Ceniza, Chan, Jan, Franz, Norbert, Joselito, Almario, Chan, Junar, Chua, Chuatay, Chongalao, Copilar, Cojuanco, Jaime Eduardo Mark, Cojuanco Mark, Coleantes, Corvera, Cruz, Agatha, Cruz, Ricardo, Cruzado, Cuba de Gooc, Dalog, de Hirang, Daza, de Jesus, de Lima, de Venecia, Defensor, de Gamo, del Mar, de Los Santos, de Macuja, de Maquila, de Maporo, Imelda, de Maporo City, Amina, Diokno, Junicio, Domingo de Mogan, Duterte Harold James, Duterte Omar Vincent, Duterte Paulo, Di Faustino, Michael Carlos, D. Ian Paul, Elago, Emano, Enverga, Erisa, Escudero, Espares, Espina, Estrella, Fair Antonio, Fair Jeffrey, Flores, Fortes, Frasco, Fresnedi, Fentebella, Galang, Galeos, Gurbin, Garcia Albert, Garcia Dante, Garcia Jose Arturo, Garcia Karen Hope, Garcia Maria Angela, Gordiola, Green, Gatchalian, Gato, Glepa, Go, Gomez, Gonzalez, Alexandria, Gonzalez, Eliza, Micaela, Gonzalez, Christopher Sheen, Gonzalez, Roy, Goriseta, Guico, Ginto, Gulias, Gutierrez, Hernandez, Charisse Ann, Hernandez, Dennis, Hernandez, Ferdinand, Hernandez, Ramil, Hofer, Hasim, Horibata, Ismula, Iway, Javier, Co, Antonio, Co, Elisa, Co, Wilton, Kung Hun, Ko, Labad, Lacson, Lagbas, Lagdameo, Sem Manuel, Lagdameo, Monique, Yasmin, Maria, Lagman, Lagon, Daphne, Lagon, Sani, Lara, Lezatin, Ledesma, Legacion, Legarda, Legaspi, Levisa, Lebanon, Lopez, Gloria, Loyola, Luis Lumayag, Macapagal, Arroyo, Macasayat, Maceda, Medrona, Malapitan, Mahondadato, Maniquez, Marañon, Marcoleta, Marcos Marquez, Mastura, Matibag, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Revilla, Miraflores, Momo Montes, Nava, Nizal, Nisay, Nolasco, Omenal, Henry, Omenal, Sancho, Fernando, Olivares, Ong Chuan, Ordanes, Oreta, Ortega, Oano, Dizon, Padiernos, Panaligan, Pancho, Panotes, Pascual, Perez, Pimentel, Plaza, Plato, Po, Primicia, Sagabas, Pumaren, Puno, Kimbo, Rama, Rector, Regencia, Remulla, Revilla, Brian, Revilla, Moncholo, Ridon, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez, Elohio, Rodriguez, Maximo, Rodriguez, Rufus, Roman, Romualdez, Andrew Julian, Romualdez, Ferdinand, Martin, Romualdez, Yada Marie, Romualdo, Romulo, Roque, Sagarbaria, Sacaluran, Salcera, Sally, Salvacion, Salvador, Salvames, San Fernando, Santos, Maria, Alana, Samantha, Santos, Mark Anthony, Shimura, Singson, Rochelle, Singson, Ronald, Singson, Mihan, Solon, Soriano, Suan, Swansing, Bella Vanessa, Swansing, Micaela Angela Suarez, Suntay, Taliado, Tan Eamon, Tan Joseph, Tan Keith, Micah, Tan Rollins, Michael, Tan Samir, Tan Stephen James, Tan Shai, Tan Watco, Tariela, Teodoro, Tering, Teves, Tiangco, Tiang, Tino, Tolentino, Tuan, Tulfo, Jocelyn, Tulfo, Ralph, Fundal, Tupas, Tutorti, Umali, Ungab, Uy De Carlo, Uy Roberto, Valeriano, Vargas, Alfonso, Veloso, Tuazon, Vergara, Villa, Villaferte, Miguel Luis, Villaferte, Vincenzo, Renato, Luigi, Villanueva, Villarica, Villago, Yamsuan, Yap Arthur, Yap Christopherson, Yap Eric, Yap John Chisnell, Yatco, Inares, U. J. Victoria, U. Joseph Kim, Yulo, Zamora Maria Carmen, Zamora Isabel Maria Zubiri. Second call in consideration of House Bill number 9729, Avante, Asidre, Acosta, Advincula, Alvarez, Mercedes, Amatong, Ang, Angara, Arenas, Asicio, Aumentado, Ayon, Baños Nograles, Bangcoro, Bautista Calde, Bautista Lim, Bondoc, Cagas, Calderon, Calixto, Castro, Chan, Junard, Chua, Cruzado, Cua, de Angirang Daza, de Jesus de Venecia, Defensor, de Gamo, de Los Santos, de Maporo, Imelda, de Maporo City, Amina, Domingo, Duterte Harold James, Duterte Omar Vincent, Duterte Paulo, D. Ian Paul, Enverga, Escudero, Espares, Flores, Fentebella, Galang Galeos, Gurbin, Garcia Albert, Garcia Karen Hope, Garcia Maria Angela, Glepa, Go, Gomez, Gonzalez, Christopher Sheen, Gutierrez, Hernandez, Dennis, Hofer, Hasim, Horibata, Co, Ledesma, Legarda, Levisa, Lopez, Luis Malapitan, Mahondadado, Marcoleta, Marquez, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Revilla, Miraflores, Momo, Nazal, Oamenal, Sancho Fernando, Ong Chuan, Padiernos, Panotes, Pascual, Perez, Primicia Agabas, Pumaren, Ramos, Remulla, Revilla, Monjolo, Ridon, Robes, Rodriguez Maximo, Rodriguez Rufus, Romualdez Andrew Julian, Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez Yadamari, Roque, Sally, Salvacion, Salvador, Salvame, Santos, Mark Anthony, Singson Ronald, Swansing Bella Vanessa, Suarez, Taliado, Tan Reynolds Michael, Tansimir, Tansifin James, San Watco, Tiangco Tutor Ungab, Uide Carlo, Valeriano, Villa, Villago, Yap Eric, Yap John Gisnel, Yatco Inares, Zamora, Isabel Maria Zubiri.
With 194 members voting in the affirmative, 0 negative, and 0 abstentions, House Bill 9729 is hereby approved on third and final reading. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move to consider on third reading House Bill 10037, establishing District Engineering Office. And for that purpose, may I request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the bill and call the roll for nominal voting.
Do we hear any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of said measure and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
House Bill 10037, an act creating a district engineering office in the 5th Legislative District of the Province of Batangas and appropriating funds therefore. Roll call of members in consideration and third reading of House Bill number 10037. Abalos, Abante, Asidre, Acopacosta, Adiong, Advincula, Agrao, Agueo, Alano, Alba, Albano, Almario, Chino, Miguel, Almario, Dennis, Almonte, Alvarez, Jose, Alvarez, Mercedes, Mante, Matong, Ang, Angara, Angeles, Aquino, Aquino, Magsaysay, Arbison, Manir Jr., Arenas, Aragancia, Asistio, Atay de Aumentado, Ayon, Bagao, Balindong, Banyas, Nograles, Bangcoro, Barba, Barbers, Baron de Bascug, Bautista Calde, Bautista Joan Munich, Bautista Lim, Beltran, Benitez Alfredo, Benitez Xavier Miguel, Bernos Ching, Bernos JB, Beron, Bocobo, Bolilla, Bondoc, Briones, Bulit Bigtang, Cagas Calderon, Calixto, Cawagdan, Cari, Castro, Catulpos, Caiton, Celeste, Sandanya, Ceniza, Chan, Jan, Franz Norbert, Tosilito, Almario, Chan, Junard, Chua, Chuatay, Chong Alauco, Copilar, Juanco, Jaime Eduardo Mark, Juanco, Mark, Coliantes Corvera, Cruz Agatha, Cruz Ricardo, Cruzado, Cua, de Gooc, Dalag, de Hirang, Daza de Jesus, de Lima, de Venecia, Defensor, de Gama del Mar, de Los Santos, de Macua, de Maguila, de Maporo, Imelda, de Maporo City, Amina, Diokno, Junicio, Domingo, Dumogan, Duterte, Harold James, Duterte, Umar Vincent, Duterte, Paulo, Di Focino, Michael Carlos, D. Ian Paul, Elago, Emano, Enverga, Elisa, Escudero, Espares, Espina, Estrella, Fair Antonio, Fair Jeffrey, Flores, Fortes, Frasco, Fresnedi, Fentebella, Galang, Galeos, Garbin, Garcia Albert, Garcia Dante, Garcia Jose Arturo, Garcia Karen Hope, Garcia Maria Angela, Gordiola Garin, Gatchalian, Gato, Glepago, Gomez, Gonzalez, Alexandra, Gonzalez, Eliza, Micaela, Gonzalez, Christopher Sheen, Gonzalez, Roy, Goriseta, Guico, Ginto, Gulias, Gutierrez, Hernandez, Charis Ann, Hernandez, Tennis, Hernandez, Ferdinand, Hernandez, Ramil, Hofer, Hasim, Haribata, Ismula, EY, Javier, Co Antonio, Co Elisa, Co Wilton, Konghun, Ko Labad, Lacson, Lagbas, Lagdameo, Jose Manuel, Lagdameo, Monique, Ezmin Maria, Lagman, Lagon Daphne, Lagonsani, Lara Lezatin, Ledesma, Legashon, Legardo, Legazpi, Lavisa, Libanan, Lopez, Loria, Loyola, Luis, Lumayag, Macapagal, Arroyo, Makasait, Masada, Madrona, Malapit, Moda, Dato, Maniquis, Marañon, Marcoleta, Marcos, Marquez, Mastura, Matibag, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Revilla, Miraflores, Momo Montes, Nava, Nazal, Nisay, Nolasco, Omanal, Henry, Omanal, Sancho, Fernando, Olivares, Ongchuan, Ordanes, Oreta, Ortega, Juan Edison, Pediarns, Panaligan, Pancho, Panotes, Pascual, Perez, Pimentel Plaza, Plato Po, Primisha Sagabas, Pomaren, Puno, Kimbo, Rama, Recto, Regencia, Remulla, Revilla, Brian, Revilla, Monjolo, Ridon, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez Relogio, Rodriguez Maximo, Rodriguez Rufus, Roman, Romualdez Andrew Julian, Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez Yada Marie, Romualdo, Romulo Roque, Sagadbaria, Caluran, Salceda Sally, Salvacion, Salvador Salvames, San Fernando, Santos Maria Alana Samantha, Santos Park Anthony, Shimura, Singson Rochelle, Singson Ronald, Singson Mihan, Talon Soriano Suan, Swansing Bella Vanessa, Swansing Michaela Angela Suarez, Suntay, Taliado Tan Iman, Tan Joseph, Tan Keith Micah, Tan Ninos Michael, Tan Samir, Tan Stephen James, Tan Chay, Tan Watco Tariela, Teodoro Tering, Teves Tiangco Tiang, Tino, Tolentino, Tuan, Tulfo, Jocelyn, Tulfo, Ralfando, Tupas Authority, Umali, Ungab, Uy Ricardo, Uy Roberto, Valeriano, Vargas Alfonso, Veloso Tuazon, Vergara Villa, Villaferte Miguel Luis, Villaferte Vincenzo Neto Luigi, Villanueva, Villarica Villago, Yam Suan, Yap Arthur, Yap Christopherson, Yap Eric, Yap John Chisnal, Yatco Inares, UJSL Victoria, U Joseph Kim, Yulo, Zamora Maria Harmon, Zamora Isabel Maria Zubiri. Second call in consideration of House Bill number 10037, Abante Asidre Acosta Advincula Alvarez Mercedes Amatong Ang Angara Arenas Asisio Aumentado Ayon Baños Nograles Bangcoro Bautista Calde Bautista Lim Bondoc Cagas Calderon Calixto Castro Chanchunar Chua Cruzado Cua de Hirang Daza de Jesus de Venecia Defensor de Gama de los Santos de Mapor Imelda de Mapor City Amina Domingo Duterte Harold James Duterte Omar Vincent Duterte Paulo D. Ian Paul and Verga Escudero Espares Flores Fentebella Galeos Garbin Garcia Albert Garcia Karen Hope Garcia Maria Angela Glepago Gomez, Gonzalez Christopher Sheen, Gutierrez, Hernandez Teres, Hofer Hasim, Haribata Co, Ledesma Legarde Leviste, Lopez, Luistro, Malapitan, Mongodotato, Marcoleta, Marquez, Madugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Mercado Revilla, Miraflores, Momo Nazal, Omenal, Sancho Fernando, Ongchuan, Paderos, Panotes, Pascual, Perez, Plucia, Sagabas, Pumarin, Rama, Remulla, De Villa, Monjolo, Ridon, Robes, Rodriguez Maximo, Rodriguez Rufus, Romualdez Andrew Julian, Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez Yeda Marie, Roque Sally Salvacion, Salvador Salvame Santos, Mark Anthony, Singson Ronald, Swinsing Bella Vanessa, Suarez Aliado, Tan Reynolds, Michael Tansimir, Tansifin James, and Watco, Tiangco, Tudor Ungab, Uy de Carlo Valeriano, Villa Filago, Yap Eric, Yap John Chisnal, Yapco, Inares, Zamora, Isabel Maria Zubiri.
With 195 members voting in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and 0 abstentions, House Bill number 10037 is hereby approved on third and final reading. Majority Leader,
Madam Speaker, I move to suspend session for a few minutes.
session suspended. Session resumed. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, may I be recognized?
May we know the intent of the Honorable Abet Garcia?
I would like to raise a parliamentary inquiry.
The Honorable Abet Garcia has. What is the nature of the parliamentary inquiry of the Honorable Garcia?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, at the onset and before I proceed, allow me to set one thing straight. I do not rise to derail House Bill number 375, which we will tackle later on third reading. Quite the contrary, I rise to see to it that this measure passes through the proper process. So that is no longer open to question later on. Let me be equally clear on the substance, Madam Speaker. I'm not against nuclear energy forming part of our energy mix. My concern is specific. What I am after here is the integrity of how we legislate on nuclear energy. A measure of this weight, one that caps an operator's liability that touches the jurisdiction of our courts, that will govern how our people are compensated if the worst should happen. Has to be built properly, because a bill built on a defective process does not fail on this floor. It fails afterwards in courts at the very moment our people need it to hold. I would rather that we take the time to correct this now than have this body's work undone later. With that, Madam Speaker, I proceed with my parliamentary inquiry. Before this August State Chamber takes any further action on House Bill 375, I want it on record. At any stage of its passage prior to second reading, was this bill referred by the Special Committee on Nuclear to the Committee on Justice? That is my first parliamentary inquiry, Madam Speaker.
May we request the Majority Leader to respond?
Madam Speaker, it was not referred to the Committee on Justice.
May we inquire from the Majority Leader where the primary referral was directed to?
It was referred to the Special Committee on Nuclear Energy, Madam Chair, Madam Speaker.
The Honorable Abet Garcia?
Yes. So the answer is no, and that is on record, Madam Speaker. Second point of parliamentary inquiry, during the committee hearings on this bill, or at the very least, was the Supreme Court ever consulted on the pertinent provision that directly affects their jurisdiction?
Majority Leader?
Madam Speaker, we have no idea with that, Madam Speaker.
Does that suffice? The Honorable Garcia? Or maybe we can refer that to the records and the minutes during the committee deliberations.
Well, the answer is, Madam Speaker, again, no. I know this for a fact. I just want it on record in plenary that the Supreme Court was never consulted. So, having said that, Madam Speaker, I would like to raise a point of order.
What is the nature of the point of order, the Honorable Garcia?
Madam Speaker, considering the negative responses to my inquiries, those responses evidently show that there are indeed serious defects in the very way in which House Bill 735 was tackled in the Special Committee on Nuclear energy.
May we know the specific rule violated, if any?
Yes, I'm going to that, Madam Speaker. Rule 9, Section 26 of the House Rules provides that, and I quote, "In furtherance thereof, committees shall establish appropriate systems and procedures to ensure that constituencies, sectors, and groups whose interests are affected by any pending measure are given sufficient opportunities to be heard. Committees shall pursue dialogues and consultations with the affected sectors and constituencies, conduct researches, and engage the services and assistance of experts and professionals from the public or private sectors as may be needed in the performance of their functions." End of quote. Applying this provision, Madam Speaker, it was incumbent upon the chairperson of the committee to ensure that the justice sector, particularly the Supreme Court, whose interest is affected by the bill, was given opportunity to be heard. The chairperson did not have to figure this out on his own because the Department of Justice had told him when it recommended that the Supreme Court and the Office of the Court Administrator be consulted, and yet it was not consulted in this case, Madam Speaker, in 2 letters by the Department of Justice. First, on January 24, 2024, the DOJ position paper states, and I quote, "We have reservation on the establishment by this Department of Nuclear Claims Panel to be composed of 3 regional trial court judges. Please note that due to the principle of separation of the 3 branches of government, this department, meaning the DOJ, which is under the executive branch, has no authority over the courts and its judges, which is under the authority of the judiciary of the Supreme Court of the Philippines. More so, this department has no authority to appoint incumbent sitting RTC judges to a claims panel. For nuclear claims panel to be composed of RTC judges, it is suggested that comments, recommendations of the Supreme Court, Office of the Court Administrator, be sought by the committee. The committee may also wish to consider that appeals from the panel or tribunal shall be heard by the RTC having jurisdiction over the place where the incident occurred. So that's the first letter, Madam Chair. The second letter was on September 23, 2025. The DOJ reiterated its recommendation. Undersecretary Vasquez re-emphasized to it, and I quote, "Regarding the procedural provisions relevant to the courts, it is believed that the judiciary has the authority to handle this matter." End of quote. Despite these recommendations, Madam Chair, by the DOJ, we are informed that the Supreme Court was never invited by the Special Committee on Nuclear Energy. If we do not immediately address these concerns, we will find our actions inconsistent with the provisions of our Constitution. And Madam Chair, Article 7, Section 1 of the 1987 Constitution vests judicial power in one Supreme Court and in such lower courts as may be established by law. Congress may define that structure, but Section 6 of the same article gives the Supreme Court and no one else administrative supervision over all courts and the personnel thereof. That is why, Madam Speaker, any bill that touches the structure of our courts is normally threshed out in the Committee on Justice first, not as a formality, but because the Supreme Court is a co-equal independent branch of government. And this House has to satisfy itself that no overreach is being done on that co-equal authority before the bill moves forward. That is exactly the situation here, Madam Speaker. And let me be clear that the defect could not be attributed to the actions of the Committee on Rules. A bill is referred when it is filed. The Committee on Rules reads the bill as it is written and refers to it on that basis. It cannot refer a bill based on what it might later become. When the bill was filed, it appeared as the nuclear energy measure and was sent to the Special Committee on Nuclear Energy. Once the bill leaves the Committee on Rules does not sit inside the hearings. It has no way of knowing what amendments or changes were inserted, or even suggestions, or when compelling reasons arise during the committee that justify referral to another committee. That is not a failing of the Committee on Rules. That is simply how the House works. Therefore, Madam Speaker, these defects could not have been prevented by the Committee on Rules, but they could have been prevented if only the chairperson of the Special Committee on Nuclear Energy had referred the measure to the Committee on Justice for comments, or had thoroughly conducted dialogues and consultations with the judiciary, or had given serious consideration to the position paper submitted by the Department of Justice. I ask the Speaker if this is not a matter this House must resolve now before this bill goes any further. For the record, Madam Speaker, I raise this formality as a point of order under Section 103 of the House Rules, and eventually, I would like to move that House Bill 375 be reconsidered and eventually be
Session
recommitted
suspended.
to the appropriate committees, Madam Chair. I so move.
Session resumed. Earlier, there was a point of order raised by the Honorable Abet Garcia. There was another motion to recommit the bill. May we request the Honorable Garcia to withdraw the second motion so we tackle the first motion? The point of order that was raised. So there was an initial point of order that was raised. I was about to respond to that. The majority leader was about to respond to that. However, there was a second motion to recommit, hence the suspension. May we request the Honorable Abet Garcia to withdraw the second motion?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I respectfully withdraw the second motion.
And is it clear that you have a point of order citing Section 26, which refers to the duties and functions of the committees?
That is correct, Madam Speaker.
And the point of order is with regards to the non-referral of, or to the non-consideration of an inquiry from the Supreme Court or an invitation from a representative from the Supreme Court. That was what I gathered earlier.
That is correct, Madam Speaker. The Supreme Court was never consulted, and the committee chair of the Special Committee on Nuclear Energy, despite knowing that the Department of Justice wrote 2 letters informing him to refer the matter to the Supreme Court administrator, he never did. And knowing this, he should have took it upon himself to request the Committee on Rules to refer the same to the Committee on Justice, since it encroached on the judicial system, Madam Chair.
On the issue of the point of order, we cannot act on it because the issue that is being discussed is a matter that should have been discussed before the committee. While we respect the contention of the Honorable Abet Garcia, the presiding officer cannot rule on a point of order that is not within the gambit of our jurisdiction. The presumption of regularity has applied when the committee report has been accepted, duly heard before plenary, approved on second reading with no objections. Hence, it is now calendared for approval on third reading.
Madam Speaker, may I make a short manifestation?
The Honorable Garcia has 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I will not argue with the decision, but neither do I concede the position I have taken here. Somebody has to ask the questions out of propriety, not out of desire to disrupt. I raised what I raised because I believe in the spirit and intent behind the measures were passed and in the proper order of our proceedings and in the rules of this House. Those are not mere technicalities to me, Madam Speaker. They are how this august chamber keeps faith with the people who sent us here. House members can look at the same rules and read them differently, and I respect that. This House has read them as it did. I questioned the matter in earnest, and I am content to have raised it. I only ask that the journal reflect that the question was asked in good faith. That is the most important to me. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The manifestation of the Honorable Abet Garcia is hereby noted. Majority Leader. Session suspended. Session resumed. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move for the consideration and third reading of House Bill number 375 and may request the Secretary General to read the title of the said measure and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
An objection? Hearing none, the Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 375 and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
House Bill number 375, an act governing civil liability and compensation claims for nuclear damage, repealing for the purpose certain sections of Republic Act number 5207, otherwise known as the Atomic Energy Regulatory and Liability Act of 1968, as amended. Roll call of members in consideration on third reading of House Bill number 375. Abalos, Abante, Asidre, Acop, Acosta, Adyong, Advincula, Agarao, Agyao, Alano, Alba, Albano, Almario Chino Miguel, Almario Dennis, Almonte, Alvarez Jose, Alvarez Mercedes, Amante, Amatong, Angara, Angeles, Aquino, Aquino Magsaysay, Arbison Munir, Arbison Munir Jr., Arenas, Arrogancia, Asistio, Atayde, Omentado, Ayon, Bagao, Balindong, Banyas Nograles, Bangkoro, Barba, Barbers, Baronda, Baskug, Bautista Claude, Bautista Johan Monich, Bautista Lim, Beltran, Benitez Alfredo, Benitez Javier Miguel, Bernos, Ching, Bernos JB, Biron, Bocobo, Bolilia, Bondok, Briones, Bulot Begtang, Cagas, Calderon, Calixto, Kawagdan, Cary, Castro, Catulpos, Cayton, Celeste, Sendanya, Siniza, Chan John Franz Norbert Tosilito Almario, Chan Junard, Chua, Chuatay, Chungalao, Co Pilar, Juanco Jaime Eduardo Mark, Juanco Mark, Coliantes, Corvera, Cruz Agatha, Cruz Ricardo, Cruzado, Kua, Dagook, Dalog, Leyanghirang, Daza, De Jesus, De Lima, De Venecia, Defensor, De Gamo, Del Mar, De Los Santos, Di Macuja, Di Maguila, Di Maporo Imelda, Di Maporo City Amina, Diokno, Junicio, Domingo, Domogan, Duterte Harold James, Duterte Omar Vincent, Duterte Paulo, Di Faustino Michael Carlos, Di Ian Paul, Elago, Emano, Enverga, Erice, Escudero, Espares, Espina, Estrella, Ferrer Antonio, Ferrer Jeffrey, Flores, Fortes, Frasco, Fresnedi, Puentebella, Galang, Galeos, Garbin, Garcia Albert, Garcia Dante, Garcia Jose Arturo, Garcia Karen Hope, Garcia Maria Angela.
Madam Speaker,
The Honorable Garcia is recognized.
my vote is no, and I would like to make a manifestation and an explanation of my no vote at the proper time.
Noted.
Guardiola, Garin, Gatchalian, Gato, Glepa, Go, Gomez, Gonzalez Alexandria, Gonzalez Eliza Micaela, Gonzalez Christopher Sheen, Gonzalez Roy, Coriseta, Gico, Ginto, Golias, Gutierrez, Hernandez Charisan, Hernandez Dennis, Hernandez Ferdinand, Hernandez Ramil, Hofer Hasim, Horibata, Ismula, Iway, Javier, Co Antonio, Co Elisa, Co Wilton, Konghun, Co, Labad-Labad, Lacson, Lagbas, Lagdameo Jose Manuel, Lagdameo Monique Yasmin Maria, Lagman, Lagon Daphne, Lagon Sunny, Lara, Lazatin, Ledesma, Legacion, Legarda, Legaspi, Leviste, Libanan, Lopez, Loria, Loyola, Luistro, Lumayag, Macapagal Arroyo, Makasait, Maceda, Madrona, Malapitan, Mangudadatu, Manikis, Marañon, Marcoleta, Marcos, Marquez, Mastura, Matibag, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Mercado Revilla, Miraflores, Momo, Montes, Nava, Nazal, Nisay, Nolasco, Mominal Henry, Mominal Sancho Fernando, Olivares, Ongchuan, Ordanes, Oreta, Ortega, Uwano Dizon, Padiernos, Panaligan, Pancho, Panotes, Pascual, Perez, Pimentel, Plaza, Pleito, Po, Primicia Sagabas, Pumaren, Puno, Kimbo, Rama, Recto, Rehencia, Remulla, Revilla Brian, Revilla Ramon Jolo, Ridon, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez Eulogio, Rodriguez Maximo, Rodriguez Rufus, Roman, Romualdez Andrew Julian, Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez Sieda Marie, Romualdo, Romulo, Roque, Sagarbaria, Sakaluran, Salceda, Sally, Salvacion, Salvador, Salvame, San Fernando, Santos Maria Alana Samantha, Santos Mark Anthony, Shimura, Singson Richelle, Singson Ronald, Singson Mihan, Solon, Soriano, Suwan, Swansing Bella Vanessa, Swansing Micaela Angela, Suarez, Suntay, Talyado, Tan Aman, Tan Joseph, Tan Keith Micah, Tan Reynolds Michael, Tan Samir, Tan Stephen James, Tan Chay, Tan Watco, Tariela, Teodoro, Tereng, Teves, Tiangco, Tieng, Tino.
Madam Speaker, I vote no and will explain my vote.
Noted. Please proceed.
Tolentino, Tuwan, Tulfo Jocelyn, Tulfo Ralph Wendell, Tupas, Tutor, T, Umali, Ungab, Uy De Carlo, Uy Roberto, Valeriano, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Veloso, Veloso Tuazon, Vergara, Villa, Villafuerte Miguel Luis, Villafuerte Vincenzo Renato Luigi, Villanueva, Villarica, Villalago, Yamsuan, Yap Arthur, Yap Christopherson, Yap Eric, Yap John Gisnell, Yatko, Inares, Yu Jazel Victoria, Yu Joseph Kim, Yulo, Zamora Maria Carmen, Zamora Isabel Maria Zubiri. Second call of members in consideration and third reading of House Bill Number 37, Angara, Arenas, Asistio, Aumentado, Ayon, Banyas Nograles, Bangcoro, Bautista Claude, Bautista Lim, Bondok, Cagas, Calixto, Cas de Venecia, Defensor, Legamo, Glepa, Go, Gomez, Gonzales Christopher Sheen, Gutierrez, Hernandez Dennis, Hofer Hersim, Horibata, Ho, Ledesma, Legarda, Leviste, Lopez, Luistro, Malapitan, Mangudadatu, Marcoleta, Marquez, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Mercado Revilla, Miraflores, Momo, Nazal, Mominal Sancho Fernando, Ongchuan, Padiernos, Panotes, Pascual, Perez, Primicia Sagabas, Pumaren, Rama, Remulla, Revilla Ramon Jolo, Ridon, Robes, Rodriguez Maximo, Rodriguez Rufus, Romualdez Andrew Julian, Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez Sieda Marie, Roque, Sally, Salvacion, Salvador, Salvame, Santos Mark Anthony, Singson Ronald, Swansing Bella Vanessa, Suarez, Talyado, Tan Reynolds Michael, Tan Samir, Tan Stephen James, Tan Watco, Tiangco, Tutor, Ungab, Uy De Carlo, Valeriano, Villa, Violago, Yap Eric, Yap John Gisnell, Yatko, Inares, Zamora Isabel Maria Zubiri.
With 184 members voting in the affirmative, 11 in the negative, and 2 abstentions, House Bill Number 375 is hereby approved on third and final reading. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move to recognize the Honorable Representative Maria Angela S. Garcia of the 3rd District of Bataan to explain her vote.
The Honorable Maria Angela Garcia of the 3rd District of Bataan has 3 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I vote no. At the outset, I wish to state that my no vote is in concurrence with the manifestation of Representative Albert Garcia that this measure should also have been referred to the Committee on Justice. Beyond this jurisdictional concern, I also have a fundamental objection to the substance of the measure. Ipinakita ng Fukushima, Chernobyl at 3 Mile Island na ang pinsalang dulot ng isang nuclear accident ay maaring maging napakalawak, pangmatagalan at mahirap sukatin. Ngunit sa panukalang batas na ito, habang kinikilala natin ang bigat ng posibleng nuclear damage, nililimitahan natin ang pananagutan ng operator sa 300 million SDRs at maari pa itong ibaba ng PhilAtM sa ilang pagkakataon. At kung hindi sapat ang financial security ng operator, ang pamahalaan at sa huli, ang taong bayan ang maaring sumagot sa kakulangan. Simple lamang ang aking pangunahing tanong. Bakit natin nililimitahan ang pananagutan ng operator kung walang limitasyon ang maaring pinsala sa ating mga mamamayan, komunidad at kalikasan? Ang batas sa nuclear liability ay dapat unang magprotekta sa biktima, hindi protektahan ang operator laban sa buong pananagutan sa pinsalang maaring idulot ng isang nuclear accident. For these reasons, Madam Speaker, I vote no.
The manifestation, the explanation of vote of the Honorable Angela Garcia is hereby noted. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move to recognize the Honorable Antonio L. Tino of ACT Teachers Party List to explain his vote.
The Honorable Tino is recognized to explain his vote. You have 3 minutes.
Maraming salamat, Madam Speaker. Kailangan ng botong no sa House Bill number 375 dahil pinoprotektahan ng panukalang ito ang interes ng mga dambuhalang korporasyon at dayuhang mamumuhunan sa industriyang nuklear sa halip na ang kaligtasan at kapakanan ng mamamayang Pilipino. Ginagawang socialized ang panganib sa pamamagitan ng pagtatakda ng limitasyon o cap sa pananagutan ng mga operator ng nuclear plant, kung saan papasanin ng publiko at ng kaban ng bayan ang maaaring daan-daang bilyong pisong pinsala sa kalusugan, kabuhayan at kalikasan sakaling magkaroon ng sakunang nuklear tulad ng nangyari sa Chernobyl at sa Fukushima, habang nananatiling protektado ang kita ng mga pribadong kumpanya. Nagbibigay din ng kaligtasan sa mga supplier at contractor ang probisyon ng exclusive liability mula sa anumang pananagutan kahit pa nagkaroon ng kapabayaan. Dagdag pa, lalong naglalagay sa mamamayan sa dehadong posisyon ang kapangyarihang ibinibigay sa PhilAtM na mas babaan pa ang pananagutang ito. Nagsisilbi lamang ang batas na ito bilang garantiya para sa mga negosyanteng nagnanais pumasok sa mapanganib na industriya ng nuklear sa bansa, habang pinapasa ang lahat ng bigat, peligro at gastusin sa balikat ng mga karaniwang Pilipino at sa susunod na salinlahi. Maraming salamat, Madam Speaker.
The explanation of the vote of the Honorable Tino is hereby noted. Majority Leader.
Suspend session I move to suspend session just for a few minutes.
Session suspended. Session resumed. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move for the consideration on third reading of House Bill number 10312, copies of which were distributed in accordance with the rules. For this purpose, may I request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the bill and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
Is there an objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 10312 and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
House Bill 10312, enact mainstreaming the use of bamboo as a sustainable and climate-resilient material for the built environment. Roll call of members in consideration on third reading of House Bill number 10312. Abalos, Abante, Asidre, Acop, Acosta, Adyong, Advincula, Agarao, Agyao, Alano, Alba, Albano, Almario Chino Miguel, Almario Dennis, Almonte, Alvarez Jose, Alvarez Mercedes, Amante, Amatong, Ahang, Angara, Angeles, Aquino, Aquino Magsaysay, Arbison Manier Jr., Arenas, Aragancia, Asistio, Atayde, Aumentado, Ayon, Bagao, Balindong, Baños Nograles, Bancoro, Barba, Barbers, Baronda, Bascug, Bautista Claude, Bautista Johan Monich, Bautista Lim, Beltran, Benitez Alfredo, Benitez Javier Miguel, Bernos Ching, Bernos JB, Biron, Bocobo, Bolilia, Bondok, Briones, Bulit Begtang, Cagas, Calderon, Calixto, Cawagdan, Cari, Castro, Catulpas, Caiton, Celeste, Sendanya, Siniza, Chan, Franz, Norberto, Silita, Almario, Chan, Junar, Chua, Chuatay, Chungalaw, Po, Copilar, Coanco, Jaime Eduardo Mark, Coanco Mark, Coliantes, Corvera, Cruz, Agatha, Cruz Ricardo, Cruzado, Cua de Gook, Dalag de Hirang, Daza de Jesus, de Lima de Venecia, Defensor, de Gama del Mar, de Los Santos, de Mucoa, de Maguila, de Maporo, Emelda, de Maporo City, Amina, Diokna, Janisha, Domingo de Mogan, Duterte Harold James, Duterte Omar Vincent, Duterte Paulo, Di Fosino, Michael Carlos, D. Ian Paul, Alago, Emano, Enverga, Erisa, Escudero, Espares, Espina, Estrella, Ferrer, Antonio Ferrer, Jeffrey Flores, Cortez, Frasco, Fresnedi, Fentebella, Galang, Galeos, Gorbin, Garcia, Albert, Garcia, Dante, Garcia Jose Arturo, Garcia Karen Hope, Garcia Maria Angela, Guardiola Garin, Gatchalian, Gato, Glepago, Gomez, Gonzalez, Alexandria, Gonzalez, Eliza Micaela, Gonzalez, Christopher Sheen, Gonzalez Roy, Guriseta, Guico, Ginto, Gulias, Gutierrez, Hernandez, Cherise, Ann, Hernandez, Dennis, Hernandez, Ferdinand, Hernandez, Ramil, Hofer, Hasim, Haribata, Ismula, Iway, Javier, Co Antonio, Co Elisa, Co Wilton, Kong Hun, Co Labad, Lakson, Lagbas, Lagdame, Jose Manuel, Lagdame, Monique, Esmin, Maria, Lagman, Lagon, Daphne, Lagon, Sunny, Lara, Lezatin, Ledesma, Legashon, Legarda, Legaspi, Levista, Lebanon, Lopez, Loria, Loyola, Luistro, Lumayag, Makapagal, Arroyo, Makasait, Maceda, Medrona, Malapitan, Mahudadato, Maniquis, Marañon, Marcoleta, Marcos Marquez, Mistura, Matibag, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Revilla, Miraflores, Momo, Montes, Nava, Nazal, Nisay Nolasco, Omanal Henry, Omanal Sanchez, Fernando Olivares, Ongchun, Ordanas, Oreta, Ortega, Oano Dizon, Padiernos, Panaligan, Pancho, Panotes, Pascual, Perez, Pimentel, Plaza, Plato Pope, Primicia Sagabas, Pumaren, Puno, Kimbo, Rama, Recta, Rehencia, Remulia, Revilla, Brian, Revilla, Monjola, Redon, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez Elohio, Rodriguez Maximo, Rodriguez Rufus, Roman, Romualdez, Andrew Julian, Romualdez, Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez, Yetamarie, Romualdo, Romulo, Roque, Sagarbaria, Sacaluran, Salcera, Sally Silva, Sean, Salvador, Salvamis, and Fernando, Santos Maria, Alana, Samantha, Santos, Mark Anthony, Shimura, Singson Rochelle, Singson Ronald, Singson Mian, Solon, Soriano, Suan, Swansing, Bella Vanessa, Swansing, Michaela Angela Suarez, Suntay, Toledo, Tan Iman, Tan Joseph, Tan Keith, Micah, Tan Reynolds, Michael, Tan Samir, Tan Stephen James, Tan Chai, Tan Watco, Tariela, Tudora, Tereng, Teves, Tianco, Tiang, Tino, Tolentino, Tuan, Tulfo, Jocelyn, Tulfo, Alfando, Tupasator, T. Umali, Unga, Boy de Carlo, Roberto, Valeriano, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Veloso Tuazon, Vergara, Villa, Villaferte, Miguel Luis, Villaferte, Vincenzo, Renato, Luigi, Villanueva, Villarica, Villago, Yamsuan, Yap Arthur, Yap Christopherson, Yap Eric, Yap John G. Snell, Yatko, Inaris, Yu Jaisal, Victoria, Yu Joseph Kim, Yulo, Zamora Maria Carmen, Zamora Isabel Maria Zubiri. Second call in consideration of House Bill number 10312, Abante, Asidra, Acosta, Advincula, Alvarez, Mercedes, Amatong, Ang Angara, Arenas, Sisio, Ormentado, Ayon, Baños, Nograles, Pancora, Bautista Claude, Bautista Lim, Bondok, Cagas, Calixto, Castro, Chan, Junar, Chua, Cruzado, Cua, de Hirang, Daza de Jesus, de Venecia, Defensor de Gama de los Santos, de Maporo, Imelda, de Maporo City, Amina, Domingo, Duterte, Harold James, Duterte, Omar Vincent, Duterte, Paulo, D. Ian Paul, Escudero, Flores, Fentebella, Galeos, Gorbin, Garcia, Karen Hope, Galepago, Gomez, Gonzalez, Christopher Sheen, Gutierrez, Hernandez, Dennis, Hofer, Hasim, Haribata, Co, Ledesma, Legarda, Luisa Lopez, Luisra, Malapitan, Mga Dotato, Marcoleta, Marquez, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Revilla, Miraflores, Moma, Nazal, Omanal, Sancho, Fernando, Ongchuan, Patiran, Panotes, Pascual, Perez, Primicia Sagabas, Pumarin, Rama, Remulia, Revilla, Monjolo, Redon, Robes, Rodriguez Maximo, Rodriguez Rufus, Romualdez, Andrew Julian, Romualdez, Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez, Yoda Marie, Roque, Sally, Salvation, Salvador, Salvames, Santos, Mark Anthony, Singson Ronald, Swansing, Bella Vanessa, Suarez, Saliado, Tan Reynolds, Michael, Tan Samir, Tan Stephen James, Tan Watco, Tiangco Tutor Ungab, Uy de Carlo Valeriano Villa, Vilago, Yap Eric, Yap John Chisnall, Yatco Inares, Zamora Isabel Maria Zubiri.
With 201 members voting in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and 0 abstentions, House Bill number 10312 is hereby approved on third and final reading. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move for the consideration and third reading of House Bill number 9605, and may request the Secretary General to read the title of the bill and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
Do we hear any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 9605 and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
House Bill number 9605, an act establishing the National Cybersecurity Agency, strengthening the protection of critical information infrastructure, and providing funds therefor. Roll call of members in consideration on third reading of House Bill number 9605. Abalo Sabante Asidre Ako Pacosta Adyong at Vincula Garaw Agyaw Alano Alba Albano Almario Chini Miguel Almario Dennis Almonte Alvarez Jose Alvarez Mercedes Amante Amatong ang Angara Angeles Aquino Aquino Magsaysay Arbison Munir Jr. Arena Sarugansya Siso Atay de Aumentado Ayon Bagaw Balindong Manis Nograles Moncoro Barbara Barbers Baranda Bascug Bautista Claude Bautista Johan Munich Bautista Lim Beltran Minitis Alfredo Minitis Xavier Miguel Bernas Ching Bernas JB Biron Bocobo Bolilla Bondok Briones, Bulit Baitang, Cagas, Calderon, Calixto, Cabagdan, Cari, Castro, Catulpos, Cayton, Celeste, Sendanya, Sinisa, Chan, Jan, Franz, Norbert, Tosilito, Almario, Chan, Junard, Chua, Taik, Chungalaw, Coco, Pilar, Kawangko, Jaime, Eduardo, Mark, Kawangko, Mark, Coliantes, Corvera, Cruz, Agata, Cruz, Ricardo, Rosado, Cuba, Dagog, Dalog, Deyang Hirang, Daza, De Jesus, de Lima, de Venecia, Defensor de Gamon del Mar, de Los Santos, de Maco, de Maguila, de Mapore, Imelda, de Mapore, City Amina, Diokno, Dionisio, Domingo, Nomogan, Duterte, Harold James, Duterte, Omar Vincent, Duterte, Paulo, D. Faustino Michael Carlos, D. Ian Paul, Elago Emano Envergeriza, Escudero, Espares, Espina, Estrella, Ferrer Antonio, Ferrer Jeffrey, Flores, Fortes, Frasco, Fresnedi, Fuentebella, Galang, Galeos, Garbin, Garcia Albert, Garcia Dante, Garcia C. Arturo, Garcia Karen Hope, Garcia Maria Angela, Gariola Garin, Gatchalian Gato, Glepa, Go Gomez, Gonzales Alexandra, Gonzales Alaisa Micaela, Gonzales Christopher Sheen, Gonzales Roy, Goriseta Gico Ginto Gulius Gutierrez, Hernandez Charisan, Hernandez Dennis, Hernandez Ferdinand, Hernandez Ramil, Hofer Hasim, Moribata Ismula, Iwa Javier, Ko Antonio, Ko Elisa, Ko Wilton, Ponghun, Ko Labad-Labad Lacson, Lagbas, Lagdamay Jose Manuel, Lagdamay Moniquez Min Maria, Lagman, Lagon Daphne, Lagon Sunny, Lara Lazatin Ledesma, Ligacion Legar, Delegaspo, Livisa, Libanan, Lobes, Loria, Loyola, Luisa, Lumayag, Makapagal Arroyo, Makasayat, Maseta, Madorona, Malapitan, Mga Nadatu, Maniquis, Maranyon, Marcoleta, Marcos, Marquez, Mastura, Matibag, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Mercado Revilla, Miraflores, Momo Montes, Nava, Nazal, Nisay, Nolasco, Mominal Henry, Mominal Sancho Fernando, Olivares, Ongchua, Nordanes, Oreto, Ortega, Owano Dizon, Padiernes, Paniligan, Pancho, Panotes, Pascual Perez, Pimentel, Plaza Plato Po, Primicia Sagabas, Pumarin, Puno, Kimbo, Rama, Rector, Hensha, Rimulya, Revilla Brian, Revilla Ramon Jolo, Ridon, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez Eulogio, Rodriguez Maximo, Rodriguez Rufus, Roman, Romualdez Andrew Julian, Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez Sieda Marie, Romualdo Romulo Roque Sigarberesa, Calurón Salceda Sally, Salvacion Salvador Salvame, San Fernando, Santos Maria Alana Samantha, Santos Mark Anthony, Shimura, Singson Rochelle, Singson Ronald, Singson Mihan, Solon Soriano Suwan, Swansing Bella Vanessa, Swansing Micaela Angela, Suarez, Suntay Talyado, Tan Eamon, Tan Joseph, Tan Kit Micah, Tan Reynolds Michael, Tan Samir, Tan Stephen James, Tan Chay, Tan Watko Talia Teodoro, Tereng Teves, Tiangco Tieng Tino, Valentino Tuwan, Tulfo Jocelyn, Tulfo Ralph Wendell, Tupas Tutor T. Umali Ungab, Uy De Carlo, Uy Roberto, Valeriano Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Veloso Tuazon, Vergara Villa, Villafuerte Miguel Luis, Villafuerte Vincent, Renato Luigi, Villanueva Villerica Villago Yam Suwan, Yap Arthur, Yap Christopherson, Yap Eric, Yap John Gisnel, Yat Coinares, Yu Joseph Victoria, Yu Joseph Kim, Yolo Zamora Maria Carmen, Zamora Isabel Maria Zubiri. Second call of members in consideration and third reading of House Bill number 9605. Abante Isidro Acosta at Vincula Alvarez Mercedes sa matong ang Angara Arena sa Sitio Aumentado Ayon, Banyos Nograles, Bancoro Bautista Claude, Bautista Lim, Bondok, Cagas, Calisto Castro, Chan Jr., Chua, Cruzado, Cuba, de Hirang, Daza, De Jesus, De Venecia, Defensor, De Gamo, De Los Santos, De Maporo Imelda, De Maporo City Amina, Domingo Duterte Harold James, Duterte Omar Vincent, Duterte Paulo, D. Ian Paul Escudero Flores Fuentebella, Galeos Gerbin, Garcia Karen Hope, Lepa Go Gomez, Gonzalez Christopher Shin, Gutierrez Hernandez Dennis, Ofer Rasim, Paribata Co, Ledesma Legarde Levice Lopez, Luis Romalapitan, Magudadato Marcoleta Marquez Matugas Mendoza, Mercado Revilla, Miraflores Momo, Nazal, Waminal Sancho Fernando, Ongchuan Padiernos Panotes Pascual Perez, Primicia Sagabas Pumaren Rama Rimulya, Revilla Ramon Jolo, Ridon Robes, Rodriguez Maximo, Rodriguez Yufus, Romualdez Andrew Julian, Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez Eda Marie, Roque Sally Salvacion, Salvador Salvame, Santos Mark Anthony, Singson Ronald, Swansing Bella Vanessa, Suarez Tagliado, Tan Reynolds Michael, Tan Samir, Tan Stephen James, Tan Walcott, Tiangco Tutor Ungab, Ude Carlo, Valeriano Villa, Violago, Yap Eric, Yap John Gisna, Yatko Inares, Amor Isabel Maria Zubiri.
With 198 members voting in the affirmative, 3 in the negative, and 1 abstention, House Bill number 9605 is hereby approved on third and final reading. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move for the consideration on third reading House Bill number 9532, copies of which were distributed to the members pursuant to the rules of the House. And for this purpose, may I request the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the bill and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 9532 and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
House Bill 9532, an act providing universal access to digital academic textbooks, learning materials, and wireless fidelity for students in public and private higher education institutions through the establishment of a national academic content repository. Roll call of members in consideration of third reading of House Bill number 9532. Abalos, Abante, Isidre, Aqua Pacosta, Adiong, Advicol, Agaraw, Agyao, Alano, Alba, Albano, Almario, Chino, Miguel, Almario, Dennis, Almonte, Alvarez, Jose, Alvarez, Mercedes, Amante, Amatong, Ang, Angara, Angeles, Aquino, Kino, Magsisay, Arbison Manir Jr., Arenas, Arrogancia, Sisto, Atay, de Aumentado, Ayon, Bagao, Balindong, Baños Nograles, Pancoro, Barba, Barbers, Baron de Bascug, Bautista Claude, Bautista Johan Monich, Bautista Lim, Beltran, Benitez Alfredo, Benitez Javier Miguel, Bernos Ching, Bernos JB, Beron, Bocobo, Bolilla, Bondoc, Briones, Bulit Pagtang, Cagas Calderon, Calixto, Kawagdan, Cari, Castro, Catulpas, Caiton, Celeste, Sandanya, Siniza, Chan, Jan, Franz Norbert, Joselito Almario, Chan Junard, Chua, Chuatay, Chungalauco, Copilar, Coanco, Jaime Eduardo Mark, Coanco Mark, Colliantes, Corvera, Cruz, Agatha, Cruz, Ricardo, Cruzado, Cua, de Gook, Dalog, de Hirang, Daza, de Jesus, de Lima, de Venecia, Defensor, de Gamo del Mar, de Los Santos, de Mocua, de Maguila, de Mopor, Imelda, de Mopor City, Amina, Diokno, Janicia, Domingo, de Mogan, Duterte, Harold James, Duterte, Omar Vincent, Duterte, Paulo, Di Focino, Michael Carlos, D. Ian Paul, Elago, Emano, Enverga, Elisa, Escudero, Espadas, Espina, Estrella, Fair, Antonio Fair, Jeffrey, Flores, Fortes, Frasco, Fresnedi, Fentebella, Galang, Galeos, Garbin, Garcia, Albert, Garcia, Dante, Garcia, Jose Arturo, Garcia, Karen Hope, Garcia, Maria Angela, Gordiola, Green, Gatchalian, Gato, Glepago, Gomez, Gonzalez, Alexandria, Gonzalez, Liza, Micaela, Gonzalez, Christopher Sheen, Gonzalez, Roy, Bersete, Guico, Ginto, Gulis, Gutierrez, Hernandez, Charis, Ann, Hernandez, Dennis, Hernandez, Ferdinand, Hernandez, Ramil, Hofer, Hasim, Haribata, Ismula, Iway, Javier, Co, Antonio, Co, Elisa, Co, Wilton, Punghun, Ko, Labat-Labad, Lacson, Lagbas, Lagdameo, Jose Manuel, Lagdameo, Monique, Jasmine, Maria, Lagman, Lagon Daphne, Lagonzani, Lara, Lezatin, Ledesma, Legasyon, Legarde, Legaspi, Levisa, Lebanon, Lopez, Gloria, Loyola, Luis Rolamayag, Macapagal, Arroyo, Makasait, Masada, Madrona, Malapitan, mga Dadato, Maniquez, Maranyan, Marcoleta, Marcos Marquez, Mastura, Matipag, Matucas, Mendoza, Mercado, Revilla, Miraflores, Momo, Montes, Nava, Nazal, Nisay, Nalasco, Omanal, Henry, Omanal, Sancho, Fernando, Olivares, Ongchuan, Ordanes, Oreta, Ortega, Juano Dizon, Padiernos, Panalican, Pancho, Panotes, Pascual, Perez, Pimentel Plaza, Plato Po, Primus Agabas, Pumarin, Puno, Kimbo, Rama, Recto, Rehencia, Rimulya, Revilla, Brian, Revilla, Manjolo, Redon, Rivera Robes, Rodriguez Elohio, Rodriguez Maximo, Rodriguez Rufus, Roman, Romualdez Andrew Julian, Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez Yadamari, Romualdo, Romulo Roque, Sagarberia, Secluren, Salceda, Sally, Salvacion, Salvador, Salvame, San Fernando, Santos Maria Alana Samantha, Santos Mark Anthony, Chimura, Singson Rochelle, Singson Ronald, Singson Mian, Solon, Soriano, Suan, Swansing Bella Vanessa, Swansing Michaela Angela, Suarez, Suntay, Taliado, Tan Iman, Tan Joseph, Tan Keith, Micah, Tan Niels, Michael, Tan Samir, Tan Stephen James, Tan Chai, Tan Wad, Catariela, Teodoro, Tereng, Teves, Tiangco, Tiang, Tina, Tolentino, Tuan, Tulfa, Jocelyn, Tulfa, Ralph Wendell, Tupas Authority, Umali, Unga, Boy de Carlo, A. Roberto, Valeriano, Vargas, Alfonso, Veloso, Tuazon, Vergara, Villa, Vilferte, Miguel, Luis, Vilferte, Vincenzo, Donato, Luigi, Villanueva, Villarica, Villago, Yamsuan, Yap Arthur, Yap Christopherson, Yap Eric, Yap John Chisnell, Yatko Inares, U. Jaisel Victoria, U. Joseph Kim, Yulo, Zamora Maria Carmen, Zamora Isabel Maria Zubiri. Second call in consideration of House Bill number 9532. Abante, Acosta, Advincula, Alvarez, Mercedes, Amatong, Ang, Angara, Arenas, Asisio, Aumentado, Ayon, Baños Nograles, Bancora, Bautista Claude, Bautista Lim, Bondoc, Tagas Calixto Castro Chan Junar Chua Cruzado Cua de Hirang Daza de Jesus de Venecia Defensor de Gamo de Los Santos de Maporo Imelda de Maporo City Amina Domingo Duterte Harold James Duterte Omar Vincent Duterte Paulo Dian Paul Escudero Flores Fentebella Galeos Gorbin Garcia Karen Hope Clepa Go Gomez Gonzalez Christopher Sheen Gutierrez Fernandez Dennis Hofer Hasim Haribata Cual Ledesma Legardo Levise Lopez Luistro Malapitan Mga Dadato Mercaleta Marquez Matugas Mendoza Mercado Revilla Miraflores Momo Nazal Owaminal Sancho Fernando Ongchuan Paderas Panotes Pascual Perez Primisha Sagabas, Pomaren Rama Remulla, Revilla Moncholo, Ridon, Robes Rodriguez Maximo, Rodriguez Rufus, Romualdez Andrew Julian, Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez Yada Marie, Roque Sally, Salvacion, Salvador, Salvames Santos, Mark Anthony, Singson Ronald, Swansing Villa Vanessa Suarez, Taliada Taninos, Michael Tansamir, Tansifin James, and Watco Tianco Tutor, Unga, Boy de Carlo Valeriano, Villa Villago Yap Eric Yap, John Gisnal, Yatco Inares Zamora, Isabel Maria Zubiri.
With 202 members voting in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and 0 abstentions, House Bill 9532 is hereby approved on third and final reading. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move for the consideration on third reading, House Bill number 9598, copies of which were distributed to the members pursuant to the rules of the House, and for this purpose, may I request the Secretary General to read the title of the measure and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
Any objection? The chair hears none. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of said bill and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
House Bill number 9598, an act granting Philippine citizenship to Guillaume Lucci. Roll call of members in consideration on third reading of House Bill number 9598. Habang sa Banti Asiri Akop Costa, Adyong Advincula Agaraw Agyaw Alano Alba Albano, Amario Chino Miguel and Mario Dennis, Almonte Alvarez Jose Alvarez Mercedes, Amante Amatong ang Angara Angeles Aquino, Aquino Magsaysay, Arbison Munir Jr., Elena Sarugansha, Siso Atay de Aumentado Ayon, Bagaw Balindong, Banyas Nograles, Magcoro Barbers, Baronda Barskug, Bautista Claude, Bautista Johan Munich, Bautista Lim, Beltran, Benitez Alfredo, Benitez Javier Miguel, Bernus Ching, Bernus JB, Biron Bukobo Buliga Bondo, Briones, Bulit Begtang, Cagas Calderon, Calixto, Kawagdan, Carrie, Castro, Catulbos, Cayton, Celeste, Sendanya, Siniza, Chan, Jan, Franz Norberto, Silito, Mario, Chan Jr., Chua Chuatay, Chungalaw, Coco Pilar, Cojuanco, Jaime Eduardo Mark, Cojuanco Mark, Coliantes Corvera, Cruz Agata, Cruz Ricardo, Cruzado, Cua, Dagog, Dalog, Duyang Hirang, Daza de Jesus de Lima de Venecia, Defensor de Gamo del Mar de Los Santos, de Maco de Magla, Dimaporo Imelda, Dimaporo City Amina, Diokno Julicio Domingo Damogan, Duterte Harold James, Duterte Omar Vincent, Duterte Paulo, Di Faustino Michael Cardas, Di Ian Paul, Elago, Emano, Inverga Erisa, Escudero Espares, Espina Estrella, Ferrer Antonio, Ferrer Jeffrey, Flores Fortes, Frasco, Fresnedi, Fuentebella, Galang, Galeos Gurbin, Garcia Albert, Garcia Dante, Garcia C. Arturo, Garcia Karen Hope, Garcia Maria Angela, Mario Garin, Gachadian Gatog, Depa, Go, Gomez, Gonzalez Alexandria, Gonzalez Eliza Mcadel, Gonzalez Christopher Sheen, Gonzalez Roy, Moriseta Gico, Ginto Gullias Gutierrez, Hernandez Chorisan, Hernandez Dennis, Hernandez Ferdinand, Hernandez Ramil, Ho for Hasim, Pribata Ismula, Iway Javier, Ko Antonio, Ko Elisa, Ko Wilton, Konghun, Ko Labdabad Lakson Lagbas, Lagdamayam Jose Manuel, Lagdamayam Winnie Maria, Lagman, Lagon Daphne, Lagon Sani, Lara Lazani Ledesma, Degasyon, Legardo, Legaspi, Levis, Libanan, Lopez, Loria, Loyola, Luis, Lumayag, Macapal Arroyo, Makasayat, Macedo, Madurona, Malapitan, Magandadato, Manikis, Maranyon, Marcoleta, Marcos, Marquez, Mastura, Matibag, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado Revidia, Miraflores, Momo Montes, Nava, Nazal, Nisa, Nolasco, Waminal Henry, Waminal Sancho Fernando, Olivares, Songchuan, Ordanes, Oreto, Ortega, Juan Dizon, Padinos, Panaligan, Pancho, Panotes, Pascual Perez, Pimentel, Plaza, Pleito, Pogue, Primcia, Sagabas, Pomarin, Puno, Kimbo, Rama, Rector, Hensha, Remulia, Revilla Brian, Revilla Monjolo, Ridon, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez Filohoyo, Rodriguez Maximo, Rodriguez Rufus, Romaldo Sandro Julian, Romaldo Ferdinand Martin, Romaldo Siada Marie, Romaldo Romulo Roque, Sagarbaria, Sacaleron, Salceda, Sally, Salvacion, Salvador, Salvame, San Fernando, Santos Maria Elena Samantha, Santos Mark Anthony, Shimura, Singson Rochelle, Singson Ronald, Singson Mihan, Solon, Soriano, Suwan, Swansing Bella Vanessa, Swansing Micaela Angela, Suarez, Tuntay Talyado, Tan Iman, Tan Joseph, Tan Keith Micah, Tan Reynolds Michael, Tan Samir, Tan Stephen James, Tan Chay, Tan Watco, Teriela, Teodoro, Tereng, Teves, Tiangco, Tiang, Tino, Tolentino, Tuwan, Tofo Jocelyn, Tofo Ralph Wendell, Topas Tutor, Tio Mali Ungab, Oy De Carlo, Oy Roberta, Valeriano Vargas, Alfonso, Veloso, Tuasan, Vergara, Villa Fuerte, Miguel Luis, Villa Fuerte, Vincenzo, Renato Luigi, Villanueva, Villarica, Violago, Yap Suan, Yap Arthur, Yap Christopherson, Yap Eric, Yap John Gisnel, Yatco Inares, Yu Jaisal Victoria, Yu Joseph Kim, Yulo, Zamora Maria Carmen, Zamora Isabel Maria Zubiri. Second call of members in consideration on third reading of House Bill number 9598. Abante Acosta, Advincul Alvarez, Mercedes, Samatong ang Angara Arena sa Sisio Aumentado, Ayon, Banyas Nograles, Bancoro, Bautista Clode, Bautista Lim, Bondo, Cagas, Calixto Castro, Chan, Jr., Chua Cruzado, Cuwa de Hirang, Daza de Jesus, de Venecia, Defensor de Gama de los Santos, Limoporo Imelda, Limoporo City Amina, Domingo Duterte, Harold James, Duterte Omar Vincent, Duterte Paulo, Di Ian Paul Escudero, Flores Fuentebella, Galeos Garbin, Garcia Karen Hope, Glepa Go Gomez, Gonzalez Christopher Shin, Gutierrez Hernandez Dennis, Hope for Hercy, Morabata, Cole de Desma, Ligarte Divisa, Lopez, Luis Malapitan, Magudadato, Marcoleta Marcos, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado Revilla, Miraflores, Momo Nazal, Mamina Sancho Fernando, Ong Juan Palianos, Panotes, Pascual Perez, Permisia Sagabas, Pumarin, Rama, Rimudi, Revilla, Monjolo, Ridon, Robes, Rodriguez Maximo, Rodriguez Rufus, Romualdo Sandro Julian, Romualdo Ferdinand Martin, Romualdo Siena Marie, Roque Sally, Salvacion Salvador Sabami, Santos Mark Anthony, Kingston Ronald, Swansing Bella Vanessa, Suarez Taliado, Tan Reynolds Michael, Tan Samir, Tan Stephen James, Tan Watco Tiangco, Tudor Ungab, Uy De Carlo, Valeriano Villa Violago, Yap Eric, Yap John Gisna, Yatco Inares, Zamora Isabel Maria Zubiri.
With 187 members voting in the affirmative, 3 in the negative, and 2 abstentions, House Bill number 9598 is hereby approved on third and final reading. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move for the consideration on third reading House Bill number 9812, copies of which were distributed to the members pursuant to the rules of the House, and for this purpose may I request the Secretary General read the title of the bill and thereafter call the roll of members.
Is there an objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 9812 and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
House Bill 9812, an act prescribing the mandatory guidelines for the establishment, operation, and governance of local universities and colleges. Roll call of members in consideration on third reading of House Bill number 9812. Abalos, Abante, Isidre, Aqua, Pacosa, Adiong, Advincula, Agrao, Agueo, Alano, Alba, Albano, Almario, Chino, Miguel, Almario, Dennis, Almonte, Alvarez, Jose, Alvarez, Mercedes, Amante, Matong, Ang, Angara, Angeles, Aquino, Kino, Magsaysay, Arbison Manir Jr., Arenas, Argancha, Sisio, Atayde, Amintado, Ayn, Bagao, Balindong, Banyas, Nograles, Bangcoro, Barba, Barbers, Baron de Bascug, Bautista Claude, Bautista Johan Monich, Bautista Lim, Beltran, Benitez, Alfredo, Benitez, Javier, Miguel, Bernos Ching, Bernos JB, Beron, Bucobo, Bolilla, Bondoc, Briones, Bulut Pegtang, Cagas Calderon, Calixto, Cavagdan, Cari, Castro, Catulpas, Caiton, Celeste, Sandanya, Siniza, Chan Jan France Norbert Nasalito Almario Chan Chunar Chua Chua Tai Chungalaw Ko Copular Kuangko Ham Eduardo Kuangko Marco Lentes Corvera Cruz Agatha Cruz Ricardo Cruzado Kua de Gook Dalag de Hirang Daza de Jesus de Nima de Venecia Defensor de Gama del Mar de los Santos de Macua de Maguila de Mapor Imelda de Mapor City Amina Diokna Junicio Domingo de Mogan Duterte Harold James Duterte Omar Vincent Duterte Paulo Di Faustino Michael Carlos Dian Paul Alago Emano Enverga Erisa Escudero Espadas Espina Estrella Fair Antonio Fair Jeffrey Flores Fortes Frasca Fresnadi Pentebella Galang Galeos Garbin Garcia Albert Garcia Dante Garcia Jose Arturo Garcia Karen Hope Garcia Maria Angela Guardiola Green Gatchalian Gato Glepago Gomez Gonzalez Alexandria Gonzalez Eliza Micaela Gonzalez Christopher Sheen Gonzalez Roy Gursete Guico Ginto Gulles Gutierrez Hernandez Charis Ann Hernandez Dennis Hernandez Ferdinand Hernandez Ramil Hofer Hasim Haribata Ismula Iway Javier Ko Antonio Ko Elisa Ko Wilton Kung Hun Ko Labad Lacson Lagbas Lagdamay Jose Manuel Lagdamay Monique Yasmin Maria Lagman Lagon Daphne Gonzani Lara Lazetin Ledesma Legacion Legarde Legaspi Levisa Libanan Lopez Loria Loyola Luis Rolumayag Mahapagal Arroyo Makasait Masera Madrona Malapita Mga Dato Maniquez Marañon Marcoleta Marcos Marquez Mastura Matipag Matugas Mendoza Mercado Revilla Miraflores Momo Montes Nava Nazal Nisay Nolasco Omanal Henry Omanal Sancho Fernando Olivares Ong Chuan Ordanes Oreta Ortega Oano Dizon Padiernos Panaligan Pancho Panotes Pascual Perez Pimentel Plaza Plato Pope Primisha Sagabas Pumarin Puno Kimbo Rama Recto Rehencia Rimul Revilla Brian Revilla Moncholo Ridon Rivera Robes Rodriguez Relohi Rodriguez Maximo Rodriguez Rufus Roman Romualdez Andrew Julian Romualdez Fernando Martin Romualdez Yadamari Romualdo Romulo Roque Sagarberia Sacaluran Salceda Sally Salvacion Salvador Salvame San Fernando Santos Maria Alana Samantha Santos Mark Anthony Shimura Singson Rochelle Singson Ronald Singson Mian Solon Soriano Suan Swansing Bella Vanessa Swansing Micaela Angela Suarez Tan Title Yada Tan Iman Tan Joseph Tan Kit Micah Tan Gailens Michael Tan Samir Tan Stephen James Tan Shai Tan Watco Tariela Teodoro Tering Teves Tiangco Tiang Tina Tantino Tuan Tulfo Jocelyn Tulfo Alfandel Tupas Tutor T Umali Unga Buy de Carlo Uy Roberto Valeriano Vargas Alfonso Veloso, Veloso Tuazon, Vergara, Villa, Villaferte Miguel Luis, Villaferte Vincenzo Renato Luigi, Villanueva Villarica, Villago Yamsuan, Yap Arthur, Yap Christopherson, Yap Eric, Yap Chanchi Snell, Yat Coinares, U, JCL Victoria, U, Joseph Kim, Yula Zamora Maria Carmen, Zamora Isabel Maria Zubiri. Second call in consideration of House Bill number 9812. Abante, Acosta, Advincula, Alvarez, Mercedes, Amatong, Angara, Arenas, Sitio Aumentado, Ayon, Baños, Nograles, Pancoro, Bautista, Claude, Bautista, Lim, Bondok, Cagas, Calixto, Castro, Chan, Junar, Chua, Cruzado, Cua, de Hirang, Daza de Jesus, de Venecia Defensor, de Gama, de Los Santos, de Mapor, Imelda, de Mapor City, Amina, Domingo, Duterte, Harold James, Duterte, Omar Vincent, Duterte, Paulo D. and Paul Escudero, Flores, Fentebella, Galeas, Gerbin, Garcia Karen Hope, Glepa, Go Gomez, Gonzalez, Christopher Sheen, Gutierrez, Hernandez, Dennis, Hofer, Hasim, Haribata, Col, Ledesma, Legarda, Levise, Lopez, Luis Malapitan, Mango, Dato, Marcoleta, Marquez, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Mercado, Revilla, Miraflores, Momo, Nazal, O. Minal, Sancho, Fernando, Ong Chuan, Padiernos, Panotes, Pascual, Perez, Princesa Gabas, Pomaren, Rama, Remulla, Revilla, Monjolo, Ridon, Robes, Rodriguez, Maximo, Rodriguez, Rufus, Romualdez, Andrew Julian, Romualdez, Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez, Yadamari, Roque, Sally, Salvacion, Salvador, Salvame, Santos, Mark Anthony, Singson, Ronald, Swansing, Bella, Vanessa, Suarez, Taliado, Tanrinos, Michael, Tansimir, Tansifin, James, and Watco, Tiangco, Tutor, Ungab, Uy de Carlo, Valeriano, Villa, Villago, Yap, Eric, Yap, John, Snell, Yatco, Inares, Zamora, Isabel Maria Zubiri.
With 201 members voting in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and 0 abstentions, House Bill number 9812 is hereby approved on third and final reading. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move for the consideration on third reading of House Bill number 10365 and may request the Secretary General to read the title of the bill and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
Is there an objection? Hearing none, the motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 10365 and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
House Bill number 10365, an act strengthening the Philippine Crop Insurance Corporation by extending its corporate term and expanding its services, amending Presidential Decree number 1467 as amended. Roll call of members in consideration on third reading of House Bill number 10365. Abel Samantia City Acop, Acosta, Adyong, Advincula, Agaraw, Agyao, Alano, Alba, Albano, Almario Chino Miguel, Almario Dennis, Almonte, Alverso, Alvers, Mercedes, Amantia Matong, Angara, Angeles, Aquino, Kinabagsaysay, Arbison Munir, Mr. Munir Jr., Arena Sargancia, Asisio, Ataydo, Mentado, Ayon, Bagao, Balindong, Baños Nograles, Bangcoro, Barbara, Barros, Baranda, Bascook, Bautista Claude, Bautista John Monich, Bautista Lim, Beltran, Benitez Alfredo, Benitez Javier Miguel, Bernos Ching, Bernos JB, Miron Bukobo, Bolivia, Bondok, Briones, Bulit, Begtang, Cagas, Calderon, Calisto, Kawagdan, Cari, Castro, Catulpos, Cayton, Celeste, Sendanya, Sinisa, Chan, Jan, Franz, Norberto, Silito, Almario, Chan Jr., Chua, Chuatay, Changalao, Ko, Pilar, Kawangko, Jaime, Eduardo Mark, Kawangko Mark, Pagiantes, Corvera, Cruz, Agata, Cruz, Ricardo, Cruzado, Ko, Dagog, Dalog, Diyang Hirang, Daza, De Jesus, De Lima, De Venecia, Defensor, De Gamo, Del Mar, De Los Santos, De Maco, De Magila, De Maporo, Imelda, De Maporo, City Amina, Jokno, Junicio, Domingo, Domogan, Duterte, Harold James, Duterte, Omar Vincent, Duterte, Paulo, Di Faustino, Michael Carlos, Di Ian Paul, Delago, Emano, Enverga, Erisa, Escudero, Espares, Espina, Estrella, Ferrer Antonio, Ferrer Jeffrey, Flores, Fortes, Frasco, Fresneti, Fentebella, Galang, Galeos, Garbin, Garcia, Albert, Garcia Dante, Garcia, Jose Artur, Garcia, Karen Hope, Garcia, Maria Angela, Gabriel Galing, Gachalian, Gatog, Debago, Gomez, Gonzalez, Alexandria, Gonzalez, Eliza, Michaela, Gonzalez, Christopher Shin, Gonzalez, Roy, Goriseta, Gico, Ginto, Gullias, Gutierrez, Hernandez, Charisan, Hernandez, Dennis, Hernandez, Ferdinand, Hernandez, Ramil, Ho Farasim, Morebata, Ismola, EY Javier, Ko Antonio, Ko Elisa, Ko Wilton, Pongun, Ko Labdabe, Daxon, Lagbas, Lagdameo, Jose Manuel, Lagdameo, Monica, Sin Maria, Lagman, Lagon Daphne, Lagon Sani, Lara Lazatin, Ledesma, Ligacion, Ligardo, Ligaspo, Levice, Lianen, Lopez, Loria, Loyola, Luis, Lumayag, Makabagal, Arroyo, Makasayad, Maceda, Madurana, Malapitan, Mangudadato, Manikis, Maranyan, Marcoleta, Marcos, Marquez, Mastura, Matibag, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Mercado, Revilla, Mera Flores, Momo, Montes, Nava, Nazal, Nisay, Nolasco, Wamina Henry, Waminal, Sancho, Fernando, Olivares, Songchuan, Nardanes, Oreta, Ortega, Juan Dizon, Padiernos, Panarigan, Pancho, Panotes, Pascual, Perez, Pimentel, Plaza, Plato, Po, Primicia, Sagabas, Umarin, Puno, Kimbo, Rama, Rector, Hensha, Remulia, Revilla, Brian, Revilla, Ramon Jolo, Ridon, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez Hilohoyo, Rodriguez Maximo, Rodriguez Rufus, Roman, Romaldo Sancho Julian, Romaldo Ferdinand Martin, Romaldo Seda Marie, Romualdo Romulo Roque Zagarbari, Sacalor Salceda, Sally Salvacion, Salvador Salvame, San Fernando, Santos Maria Alana Samantha, Santos Mark Anthony, Chimuro, Singson Rachel, Singson Ronald, Singson Mihan, Salon Soriano, Suwan, Swansing Bella Vanessa, Swansing Michael Angela Suarez, Tontay Talyado, Tan Eamon, Tan Joseph, Tan Keith, Micah, Tan Reynolds, Michael, Tan Samir, Tan Stephen James, Tan Chay, Tan Marco, Taryado, Teodoro, Tereng Teves, Tiangco, Tiang, Tina, Tolentino, Tuan, Tulfo Jocelyn, Tulfo Ralph Wendell, Tupas Authority, Umali Ungab, Uy De Carlo, Uy Roberto, Valeriano Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Veloso, Veloso Tuazon, Vergara Villa, Villafuerte Miguel Luis, Villafuerte Vincenzo Renato Luigi, Villanueva Villarica Villago Yamsuan, Yap Arthur, Yap Christopherson, Yap Eric, Yap John Gisnel, Yatco Inares, Eugenia Victoria, Eugene Joseph Kim, Yulo, Zamora Maria Carmen, Zamora Isabel Maria Zubiri. Second call of members in consideration and third reading of House Bill number 10365. Abante ako sa Advincula Alvarez Mercedes, Samatong ang Angara Arena sa Siso Aumentado Ayon, Paños Nograles, Mongcor, Bautista Clodi, Bautista Lim, Bondok, Cagas, Calixto Castro, Chan Jr., Chua Cruzado, Cuo de Angirang Daza de Jesus de Venecia, Defensor de Gamo de los Santos, Dimaporo Imelda, Dimaporo City Amina, Domingo Duterte Harold James, Duterte Omar Vincent, Duterte Paulo, D. Ian Paul, Escudero Flores, Fuentebella, Galeos Gerbin, Garcia Karen Hope, Villapago Gomez, Gonzalez Christopher Shing, Gutierrez Hernandez Dennis, Oforosimo Rebata, Col de Desma, Ligardo Levice Lopez, Luis Romalapitan, Magudadato, Marcoleta Marquez, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Mercado Revilla, Mera Flores, Momo Nazal, Mominal Sancho Fernando, Ongchuan Padinos, Panotes Pascual Perez, Permisia Sagabas, Pomaran, Rama Rimulya, Revilla Romonjolo, Ridon Robes, Rodriguez Maximo, Rodriguez Rufus, Romualdez Andrew Julian, Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez Yado Marie, Roque, Sally, Salvacion, Salvador Salvame, Sanders Mark Anthony, Singson Ronald, Sonsing Bella Vanessa, Suarez Tagliado, Tan Reynolds Michael, Tan Samir, Tan Stephen James, San Wato Tiangco Tutor, Ungab, Uy De Carlo Valeriano, Villa Violago, Yap Eric, Yap John Gisnel, Yatco Inares, Zamora Isabel Maria Zubiri.
With 201 members voting in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and 0 abstentions, House Bill number 1035 is hereby approved on third and final reading. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move that we immediately transmit to the Senate all the bills that we have approved on third reading.
Any objection? Hearing none, the Secretary General is hereby directed to immediately transmit to the Senate all the bills approved on third reading. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, pursuant to our rules and upon the request of the chairperson of the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation, I move to recommit House Resolution number 1143 under Committee Report number 461 and House Bill numbers 9908, 9909, 9910, 9911, 9912, and 9914 under Committee Report numbers 462, 463, 464, 465, 466, and 467, respectively, to the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation.
Is there an objection? The chair hears none. The aforementioned measures are hereby recommitted to the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, on the part of the majority, I move to nominate and elect to the Committee on Social Services as Chairperson, Representative Johan Monique G. Bautista, Vice Representative Chino Miguel D. Almario. To the Special Committee on Persons with Disabilities as Chairperson, Representative Carlos Andes Loria, Vice Representative Dimsar M. Sali.
Any objection? Hearing none, the members of the House elected to the respective posts is hereby approved. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, on the part of the majority, I move to nominate and elect to the Committee on Climate Change as Vice Chairperson, Representative Isabel Maria J. Zamora, to the Committee on Labor and Employment as member, Representative Joseph Kim C.U., to the Committee on Public Order and Safety as Vice Chairperson, Representative Caroline L. Tanchay, to the Committee on Revisions of Laws as member, Representative Ana Victoria Veloso Tuazon, and Representative Emerson D. Pascual, to the Committee on Science and Technology as Vice Chairperson, Representative Jose Manuel F. Alba, Representative Bella Vanessa B. Swansing, and as members, Representative Adrian E. Salceda, Representative Ian Paul L.D., Representative Keith Micah, Attorney Mike D. L. Tan, Representative Maria Angela S. Garcia, Representative Ana Victoria Veloso Tuazon, Representative Charisse Ann C. Hernandez, Representative Marlesa Doc Marley Hofer Hasim, and Representative Agata Agay A. Cruz. To the Special Committee on Globalization and WTO, as member, Representative Catherine Joyce F. Goriseta.
Any objection? Hearing none, the members duly elected, then the members mentioned with the respective committees are hereby elected. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, there being no business left for the day, I move that we adjourn session until Monday, August 17 at 3 p.m.
Any objection? Hearing none, session is adjourned until Monday, August 17, 2026 at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.